I'm wondering for you, is there somebody who you think you had the best chemistry with? What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Friday. Everybody is working for the weekend.
Yep.
That's what they say.
That is what they say.
That's what the song is for. This episode is sponsored by Proper Wild. We love Proper Wild. I have a lot of energy right now because of Proper Wild. Proper Wild is the perfect way to give yourself a boost.
Good catch.
I am a good catcher. I have good hand-eye. Proper Wild, they have the new flavors, lemon lime. You got strawberry kiwi. There's also apple. It's all clean, all-day energy, whether you take it in the morning, you take it at night, you're going out on the town, you want a little energy, you got a long day. It's all clean, gluten-free, vegan, GMO-free, dairy-free, all that good stuff to make sure you're not getting, a bunch of chemicals in your body, and also does not give you those jitters that sometimes you can usually get from an energy drink. That's why I love Proper Wild. So you can go to properwild.com/barstool, get 30% off. Check it out, try it out, have yourself some Proper Wild. How are we feeling today?
And get that Friday energy.
Get that Friday energy that I have had all week.
With a little Proper Wild.
Yep, get wild with Proper Wild.
I know, I had energy and this room is just hot.
You're hot.
I'm hot. I'm the sweater I'm regretting my choice.
Well, it's a cold winter day.
I know, it was nice when I'm outside.
Rhea's not hot because she's not wearing any pants.
I'm not.
Facts.
I am not wearing pants. I'm wearing a big t-shirt with boots, but it covers most. There's only
it's basically a t-shirt dress.
Yes, there's a little bit of my leg showing.
Yeah,
but I am not wearing pants.
No,
and I feel free. My coochie is free.
Yeah. I do walk to work, so I normally try and be warmer because it's cold outside. But when I take a step into this room,
hot.
It's not that cold.
It's not that.
It's like 50 degrees today.
It's 45.
Love how we get the weather.
It snowed for a second yesterday. Did you see that?
It did. It snowed for a little bit in the afternoon.
For like a second.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
and
then it turned to rain, so really pointless.
Yeah, I must have missed that.
Really pointless.
I have had a lot of energy this week, and I've also had a lot of ups and downs this week.
Roller coaster ride
though
of a week.
Pretty pointless ones. Number one, though, I want to get out of the way. I do know that the show is Dragon Tales.
Yes,
I have gotten.
We put that together about 5 minutes after we finished recording.
Maybe 1,000 messages, and that is not an exaggeration.
Thanks
how
to
many
Gia and Madeline helped with that one.
Yes, Gia and Madeline told us that it was Dragon Tales, and then thank you to all the people who told me it was Dragon Tales. But once you reach a point, you're like, I know it's Dragon Tales. I know it's Dragon Tales. So thank you for that.
Dragon Tales.
That was a great show, and then I went into a
great
whole
jingle. Great theme.
Max and Ruby.
Yeah.
Ruby and Max. Ruby was a bitch.
I didn't really watch Max and Ruby.
I
was
loved
a little
Max and Ruby.
I was a little too old.
Oswald. That was a great show. Lazy Town. I went through a whole thing in my head now of all these old shows that were awesome. But I'll get quickly through the dinosaur thing.
Lazy Town is one that you watch. Lazy Town was on, a kid I babysat was watching it one time. And as a 20-year-old, I was like, this show is fucking weird.
Wait, but you never watched Lazy Town as a kid?
Not really.
Oh,
I was also too. I'm older than you.
I loved Lazy Town.
Lazy Town, I was just not. I was a little too old for Lazy Town.
I loved Lazy Town, but man, he was creepy.
Yeah, big time.
They were all creepy.
Yeah.
Besides the girl, but it was a creepy show.
Definitely.
Quickly on the dinosaur front, I won't go into another 15-minute debate about dinosaurs. My friends texted this morning and said, let's go to the Museum of Natural History.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So I'm going to do that. Not this weekend.
You are?
I'm going to go to the Museum of Natural History with Glenn.
That's a great idea.
He wants to go.
He wants to go.
Museum.
Yeah, he wants to go. He said he went as a kid and slept there.
Night at the museum.
Yeah, they do that. Sleepovers in the museum. It's a very cool museum. I haven't gone in a long time either, but it's very cool.
Yes.
A lot of cool stuff.
So I need to learn, guys. I need to learn.
Yeah.
That's
you should do
what
like
I'm
proud of you, educating yourself. Going to the museum.
Going to the museums. Maybe I'll hit up the Met as well.
Wonderful.
You never know.
Yeah.
Next up on my list of intro topics is, really quickly, I know nobody cares about dreams, but I had the weirdest dream the other night, and it actually was quite upsetting. I had a child, and nobody was at the hospital. Nobody was at the hospital to help me through this. Not my family, not my boyfriend, nobody. The only person excited for me to have a baby was your mom. Your mom was the only one excited. And I named...
That is so funny.
I named my baby the worst name.
Oh, no.
The worst name that you can name a child. You won't even think of it. I don't know where this came from in my head, where this baby name.
Is it like a name?
No.
Like it's not like a normal name.
No,
like,
it's not nothing. I have no idea where this even came from. Buen.
What?
Buen.
Like bueno?
Buen?
I named my kid Buen.
Buen?
Like Gwen with a B.
Buen.
B-U-E-N.
B-W-E-N. Buen.
Buen.
Named my kid Buen. I woke up in an absolute sweat at 4 a.m. I said, oh my God, thank God I don't have a kid. Number one.
Name Buen.
And number 2, thank God I don't have a kid named Buen. She was really cute though.
That's
really
very
cute.
crazy that's
She looked like me as a kid.
something that wouldn't be made up.
Buen. Nightmare. Not a dream, a nightmare that was had. Nobody supported me. And I got home to my parents' house and I was texting, in my dream, I was texting Mario, like, where are you? Like, no one was around to help me. Not one person. And the only person to congratulate me was your mom. So that's that. And
good dream for everybody else, but makes my mom look good.
Makes your mom look great. Mm-hmm. Last thing I need to wrap up about my life is I am in a battle with Chipotle that I have lost. I'm bowing down. I'm done. I'm done.
I want to hear this oh so complicated order.
It's not complicated. So Saturday, this past weekend, we get home from Florida. I haven't had Chipotle in 2 years.
Yeah.
In 2 years, I have not had Chipotle.
Well, the last time I remember you got it at work, I feel like, and you didn't.
I think I had a tummy ache.
Yeah.
So I haven't had Chipotle in 2 years. Switched over to Dos Toros. Dos Toros doesn't exist where I live. Mm-hmm. So I really was like, you know what? Let's get Chipotle. I haven't had it in like so long. Let's get Chipotle.
Yep.
We order it on the delivery app. Comes, they forget the dressing. The dressing that you need to have.
I remember you telling me about this.
That you need to have. If you have Chipotle salad, you need to have this dressing.
Yeah.
No dressing. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this salad now? It's dry salad, lettuce, but I'm not eating. Whatever. Meal's ruined.
Did you eat it?
I got chips, so like I like scooped them up, but still it was kind of like dry.
Yeah.
Whatever. So Tuesday night, I think this was Tuesday night.
Try it again.
We're driving home, and I'm like, let's get Chipotle. Let's try this again. I'm really craving that dressing. I didn't get to have it.
Yeah.
We go into Chipotle. No steak. They don't have any steak. I walk out, and by we I meant I went into Chipotle. Marty waited in the car. I came back, said they don't have steak. Everything we want includes steak.
Yeah.
I don't want chicken. And I know that there's another Chipotle nearby. So let's just go to the one that's 2 minutes away.
Okay.
So we go to the other Chipotle. And have you ever gotten a Chipotle quesadilla?
Yes.
The kids one or the regular one?
The regular one.
It's crazy, right? It's just like cut down. It's just two big chunky pieces.
Yeah.
So I asked Marty what he wanted. And I was like, he was like, get me a quesadilla. So in my head, I was like, he knows this quesadilla looks like, right?
Yeah.
Fine, whatever. I ordered the quesadilla. I see the way this man, first of all, this man, when I walked up, he was like, oh my God. He was done with the day. He really didn't want to be there. He like literally huffed and puffed that I was ordering. Like he thought.
What time was it at?
7:45.
Oh, okay, not that late.
Whatever. He just must have been working all day.
Yeah, he's just ready for closing
He
time.
threw on maybe like 4 steaks into the quesadilla, cheese, blah, blah, folded it up like this, chopped it, whatever. And I looked and I was like, oh my God, that quesadilla is so bad.
Yeah.
And the steak looked awful, so I didn't end up getting steak. And so, long story short, Marty was like, you made us go to another Chipotle because they didn't have steak and then you didn't even get steak.
So you didn't, the second time you didn't, to the second place.
Yes. I didn't even get steak and I left the steak, whatever. Chipotle has this whole, it gets me all confused. So then what happened was he didn't enjoy his meal because he was like, this is the quesadilla. I had 4 bites, just 4 pieces of steak, whatever. Another bad night for Chipotle. Last night.
Again Wednesday night?
Wednesday night I was alone. And if Marty was with me, we wouldn't have gotten Chipotle again. He would have been like, no, we're not doing this again. But I was alone and I felt naughty. And I was like, I'm going to get Chipotle again. To myself. I didn't let him know I was doing this.
Well, I feel like you're also just testing yourself.
I was like, you know what? At this point, I want to have a fucking good Chipotle meal. Like, I'm dying to have this. What I do, I ordered 3 tacos, crispy corn tortilla. Nope, I got 3 flours, freezing cold tacos.
So you didn't even, you went back.
I ordered on the app. I
know, but I had thought when you had said they messed up your order every time, like I thought you had one order that you tried to get 3 times and every time they messed it up.
No. This is 3 days, 3 separate days.
3 separate days.
That my order has not been, yes.
But something wrong with all of them.
Yes, so last night I got 3 what I thought was gonna be crispy corn tortillas. It was flour. They were freezing cold.
Yeah.
So I put them in the microwave.
Chipotle is a tough delivery.
So I put them in the microwave to warm
Doesn't
up.
travel well.
And they fell apart all soggy because then they were too warm. And I'm done. I'm retiring from Chipotle. I am throwing in the towel. I have lost Chipotle. You have won. You have a hold over me for 3 days.
Yeah.
And now I'm done with you.
Yeah. I'm sorry to
I
hear
made
that.
my tummy hurt really bad
Honestly,
because I ended up eating like the scraps of like what happened in the microwave.
Yeah.
And I got a really hot. Actually, I made a video
This
that
is
I
just
never
making me
posted.
want Chipotle. Like, I'm going to get Chipotle tonight.
I know. Now I like. So I was gonna make a video about this last night on TikTok, but my mouth was literally on fire.
Pointless about say this. First of all, my mouth is fucking on fire.
Your tongue looks swollen.
It was.
Like, holy fuck, my mouth is on fire.
I couldn't even finish.
This is pretty pointless about say
I,
this.
that was it.
Oh, that was it.
I just saved
That was
that
the
as
whole video.
I couldn't make the video because my mouth was literally on fire. I can't be left alone.
Okay, no more Chipotle for you.
I'm done with Chipotle. I want that. I'm done with Chipotle.
Do you have any
done with Chipotle.
do you have a Springbone Kitchen in Jersey City?
No, I've never heard of that.
They might just be in the city. There's like I think there might be like 2 or just 1 in the city. That's where I've been getting my latest like bowl. It's very good.
That
And
sounds
it's like
good.
It claims to be healthier. They also do like all the broths. You can get like a immunity broth or a bone broth, like stuff like that. So it's just like warms your
soup?
soul. No, but there's not like it's just the liquid. Like it's
okay.
not, you could get a soup, but it's just the liquid.
All right.
And then but they do they do a bowl of chicken, beans, rice,
Yeah.
pico de gallo, guacamole, pickled like
Sour cream? Sour
you can
cream?
get sour cream if you want. And it's absolutely delicious. I get it like probably
isn't
once
that
a week.
lovely?
You ever go to Mulberry and Vine?
Yeah, but this is not Chipotle though.
Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
I
it's
mean
a separate
Mulberry and
one.
Vine is
But I-
then we're
I-
really going more healthy.
I like Mulberry. I haven't been there in forever.
I'm talking.
That's like more dig in. Like,
I'm talking Mexican food, guys.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I-
I love
that's-
Taco Bell, but I
yeah.
can't eat Taco Bell all the time and just step up from Taco Bell.
Just, but
Yeah.
like, there's like not chain ones if you go on Uber
No,
Eats
I
and
know
stuff.
that. I know that. I'm done. Whatever. Very pointless. I know this.
January 26th, 2023.
I am done with Chipotle.
She is done with Chipotle.
And
again.
And I did have I had a 2-year stint where I did not eat Chipotle. Now I'm reminded why. I'm done with Chipotle.
But what if you did get that thing you were craving? Like, and it was like they did it correctly.
I'm not gonna try
tried 3
again. I
times.
tried 3 times to like get it right, and it just didn't
Delivery,
happen.
I never. You can't.
But
judge
even when I
delivery.
went, the one place didn't have steak. This Chipotle is.
If you go at the end of the
awful.
day, like if I go to Sweetgreen at the end of the day, they're always out of
It
avocado.
was 7:30 though.
Don't they
People are
close at
getting
like 8
dinner.
or 9?
Yeah. I guess like Chipotle always seems like more. I know Chipotle. It's not. No, Chipotle stays open pretty late.
Like 10 maybe.
Yeah. Because more people get like. I always think of Chipotle as more of a lunch thing, but it's definitely people get it for dinner all the time.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Whatever. I'm done with Chipotle. Pointless conversation. I know. Really riveting stuff.
Chipotle, you're out.
You're done to me. You're dead to me. How about you? What's going on with you this week?
Not much.
No rivalries
I don't
with
have
any
any
food
I
places?
don't have any. No.
No.
No, I've been
drama.
trying to eat healthy, and God, it's just.
So
I get
hard.
like on the nights when I'm by myself, because you know I'm not the chef in my apartment.
No.
So when I'm by myself, I'm just always ordering, getting something. I always try, like when I want to get something healthy, I'm like, oh, I'll get like Westville, like
I do that
you know,
too.
and I'll be like, okay, I'll get like a salmon and 2 sides, and like this will make me feel like I'm eating something healthy. And I did that last night, and I just like, when just fish is just like not what you want to be eating.
Yeah.
Like every bite of salmon, I was just like, it was good. Like it wasn't bad fish, but I was just like, this is just fish,
Right.
and it's slimy.
You
and
want fried chicken.
and I'm chewing it and I'm swallowing it, but it's not
You're not-
satisfying
you're not
me at all.
fulfilled. No.
You ever get
Yeah.
the mint lemonade from Westville?
No.
So good.
Ooh.
I
So good.
don't love salmon.
I like salmon.
I'm actually deciding I really
What's
don't
your
like
favorite
salmon.
fish?
Yeah.
Shrimp.
Tuna.
I think my favorite fish is swordfish.
Baked clams.
I wouldn't really qualify either of those things as
What's your
fish.
favorite? Yeah, like that would be more just
I
like
know.
seafood.
Tuna.
Probably tuna.
I like
lobster is by far.
Oh,
the-
lobster.
Yeah, well, it's
Well,
not
that
a fish
I
either.
would
No, I was
feel
saying
like
just seafood in general.
lobster and shrimp then are kind of.
I
my
love
one.
all seafood, truly.
All right. Well, really riveting.
Seafood chats.
Really riveting conversation that we're having here.
Yep.
I'm sorry to bore everybody with my stories. So, anyways,
Nobody's bored. We were listening. We were all listening
I know
very
you-
intently to what you were saying.
I know, but
I was expecting
could've-
something more.
I
Crazy.
could have brought something more interesting today, and I came
You
with.
know what? You can't have something crazy happen in your life every day. We record 3 times a week. You can't have something crazy to bring up in the intro every single day. That's just not sustainable.
It's not.
Sometimes
And
you just have a week where
sometimes
Chipotle
it's just-
fucks you, and that's all you got.
And it's like Seinfeld, like the show that just about nothing. Like sometimes that's what this is. Where it's
Like
just
sometimes-
super mundane.
sometimes this is just what's going on.
that's just what has been happening
Exactly.
the last couple of days for me.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I'm done with you, Chipotle. All right, let's get into the rest of the show.
Great show.
Great show. We
Good
got
stuff lined up.
Weekly watch report.
Great interview.
Oh my God, we had an awesome interview with Josh Duhamel.
Yeah.
That was so weird. I was thinking Joshy in my head.
I messed up the intro with Josh, and
It's because she got a little nervous. Well, she said she didn't. but-
I wasn't nervous. I was already thinking about saying his name correctly, and I messed up the intro, and I have not messed up the intro in a long time.
What did you say again?
Well,
Special.
Special guest. She
Oh,
was like, we're here with a
special guest.
very special guest.
Ah,
But you know what?
why? Just kill me. I messed up
Yeah.
the intro with Josh Duhamel.
Not every day you got a guy looking
Handsome
that good
fella.
coming into the
He's
studio.
a handsome fella.
He is a handsome fella.
My dad said to me, "Why didn't you tell him he looked good?" I said, "Dad, that's inappropriate."
Yeah.
Is it?
I mean, like randomly being like, "Josh, you're
Yeah.
aging real well."
By the
Like,
way,
he
you-
walks in and you
By
go,
the way, you're aging like a fine wine, my friend.
he walks in, we're like, "Damn!"
do you think it would be weird if he walked in and you go, oh, hey, like, nice to meet you. You look great.
No, that's not weird.
That's not weird.
It was. I forget the context in which I was telling my dad the story
Yeah,
of Josh
yeah.
Duhamel, in which he said, "Why didn't you say that he looked good?" And I
Yeah.
was like, "Because I don't know. It didn't feel appropriate
Yep.
at that time."
Fair.
Josh walks in. Damn, Josh!
Drooling.
Holy shit! That would be nice. All
Give
right.
me whatever he's eating. That's not what I. That's not the same.
That is not the scene.
Is that
it's
how you
I'll
flirt?
I'll have
no,
what
no,
she's
no,
having.
yeah, that is it.
Oh my God, Josh! I'll have what
Yeah,
you're
that's
having.
how- No, but even then, I don't think that's what I'm. It's like, what are you putting in your broccoli, or like something like that?
What do you feed those things? Milk and cookies?
Yeah, maybe something more like that.
What do you put in your broccoli?
What are you seasoning your chicken with, Josh?
What are you putting in your broccoli?
Josh is gonna watch this now and be like, "Oh,
Yeah,
okay, so that's what they were thinking."
yeah.
the
What's
whole
your
time.
skincare routine?
Are you using Pharrell's stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he looks good for 50.
Yeah, I was on FaceTime with my parents, and my dad said, Matt, what did you think of Josh Duhamel?" And he just said, "Hot."
Oh yeah, Marty saw him. Right?
He talked
Or
to
was
him.
talking
The
him,
whole
yeah.
And
the
Josh
whole
Duhamel
office
walked
agreed.
past him and said, "Do you like sports?" And he
whole
said,
office agreed.
"I love sports." And he said, "What kind of sports?" And
He just wanted
That's
to
a
watch.
hilarious
said-
question.
he
just
said
wanted to
all
talk about
sports.
It's like, that is so funny.
"You want to throw around the pigskin?"
Well, I mean,
You go
can,
into bar sports. Do you like sports?
Well, you can hear him from the beginning of
yeah.
the interview. Like he was
Yeah.
like, I just want to like talk sports with
That's like
everybody
you
that's
go to the
here.
Food Network. You guys like food?
I felt out of place during that conversation.
It only lasted a couple minutes.
Yeah, it's just like Josh thinks you're cool and he thinks I'm a loser. He walked out of here and he was like, "That friend girl was really cool, but Rhea, she didn't know the dinosaurs weren't existing in a time where pictures could be taken."
Not
Okay.
even close.
Topics. Let's get into.
Topics.
Well, we have the interview with Josh,
Yeah.
and we have the weekly watch report.
We do.
And we also have a bunch of topics. We're
Bunch
going to
of
be talking about
topics.
Shakira.
By request.
That was requested. Anna Delvey is getting a new show. Pete Davidson has been seen on vacation with Chase Suey Wonders. Julia Fox did an apartment tour on her TikTok. Hannah Ann from The Bachelor is engaged. Paris Hilton had her baby. Austin Butler finally has given Vanessa Hudgens the proper recognition of his past partner. Harry Styles was seen out with his ex-girlfriend from high school. So let's get into it, starting off with the Weekly Watch Report. Welcome back to the Weekly Watch Report, where we give you all the things that we watched this week. Wink.
That was a good wink.
Thank you. Working on it.
Do you watch anything good this week?
Not really. I watched... when we started this segment, I said that this was going to be a problem, that sometimes I don't watch a lot. And Noah was like, come on, you always watch a lot. And I was like, not really. And I think we have seen over the past couple weeks.
And then I get shamed for watching too much.
No,
I have never once shamed you for watching a lot.
People.
Once again, it ebbs and flows.
Right. I, for the past couple weeks, haven't been watching that much.
It'll be good when like, I forgot myself The Last of Us. I was just trying to think of what I've watched.
There you go.
Okay, I'll start off because I always watch the least. I'm boring. Never Have I Ever season 3.
You started season 3?
It has come to a close.
Oh, you finished?
I finished it last night.
Thoughts?
I'm going to give it a B.
Okay.
I didn't like it as much as the first 2.
Yeah, fair.
I'm excited for the 4th, though, whenever that is.
4th and final.
4th and final.
I always think like 4th, when they preemptively say final season, has a lot to live up to.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't know, Paxton isn't pulling me in this season. Okay.
Super fair.
Never Have Ever, season 3, you get a B. I watched Blended for
great
the first
movie.
time.
For the first time?
I've never seen
I think
it.
I've seen it on TV like years ago,
Yeah.
but like I'm counting
You
this
sat
as my
down
first time.
and
We sat down
watched
and
the
we
whole thing.
put on Blended from the beginning. I'll give it a B+.
It's just like a classic.
What would you rate Blended?
Blended is just like a classic Adam Sandler movie. Blended, that's a solid B+.
I'm actually going to give Blended a B.
I would say that
I'm going to
would make
knock
more-
it down to a B.
Yeah.
Because what would you give 50 First Dates?
An A.
And what would you give, what's the other movie they did together?
Those are the only 2.
No, they've done 3.
Oh, Wedding Singer.
Wedding Singer. Oh, Wedding Singer's A+.
A+.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. That gets a B.
No, I mean, Blended is by far the
worst
of the 3.
It goes Wedding
However,
Singer, 50 First
it
Dates.
just holds a special place in my heart because
Although-
I just, it's a comfort movie for me.
50 First Dates is sad.
I think it's a little overrated.
It is a little overrated. I don't know. Maybe I would give it an A- or a B+.
I'd probably give it like a B+.
B+. Yeah, I said A too fast. Now that I'm thinking about it, watch it. It's sad. It's really sad.
It is,
And
but
repetitive.
It's still really funny.
It's funny.
It is very funny still.
Yeah.
But very repetitive, obviously.
Yeah. The Wedding Singers.
Wedding
Perfect.
Singer is an A+.
So
Have
Blended's a B.
Blended's a B.
Okay.
I have caught a couple episodes of The Office on cable.
Have you ever heard of this show? Heard of this? They're all in an office.
Last thing, but threw on
Get this. Get this, though. The ones with Will Ferrell. And I have never...
I've never really watched.
Ever.
I
them.
live watched those when they were
I
there.
have never seen the ones with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. Will Ferrell's a funny guy.
There's no denying that.
Not Steve Carell, though.
No, I mean, I think it's
The
universally
episode-
understood that they get much worse
Did you
without
watch
him.
when they were still both on?
No. There was some with just Will Ferrell and then there was some with Steve Carell. The episode with Steve Carell, when they're doing the improv and he keeps breaking out the guns and then he whispers to the guy that he has a gun and he said I can't say it out loud, but he whispered that I gotta get back to watching The Office.
Yeah.
I can't rate those though because it wasn't even like I picked a seat. It was just on cable television,
it's
and I
just
just
you were
wanted everyone to
scrolling.
know that I caught some episodes of The Office on
I'll just
cable
write
television.
some episodes of The Office.
Yeah.
On cable,
On
on cable
cable.
television,
Right. On late night TBS.
cable television. No,
Comedy
it was,
Central.
It's always on
Com-
Comedy Central.
always
It was
on
on Comedy
Comedy
Central,
Central.
around 5-6 o'clock.
Yeah. That's actually when Joe and I normally turn it on too, when we're like scrolling.
Yeah, that last night I was
Yeah.
like,
I feel like any household you go into, like half the time, it's just on The Office on Comedy Central.
or
Yeah.
Seinfeld.
Yeah. Seinfeld's, like nonstop.
It's always Seinfeld and The
Channel
Office
9.
are always on at the same time, and
Yeah.
so you just whatever you're feeling at that time. I have watched Seinfeld, so like I have seen every episode of Seinfeld, and I've rewatched it a couple times. The Office, I don't have that, So lately, whereas usually I'd pick Seinfeld. This past
You're
week,
leaning
I've been going
the other way.
I'm gonna put on The Office.
Let's give this
leaning the
little
other way.
show a
yeah,
chance.
let's heard some good things about this.
Yeah.
So that's what I watched this week. That's what I got.
Okay, I have a few things. I watched The Last of Us episode 2,
Boo.
which we know you won't be watching.
No.
And it was a good episode, not as good as the first one, I think, but still very good. But now we're in setup territory. I feel like, those HBO shows. So I give this one a B+. It's a good episode, and I'm very intrigued. Spill a little. And I think it's a great show, and it's very well made. So I'm gonna go B+ on that. Love Island UK. I am up to date currently with the winter season that, if you don't know, is airing right now. And we're about 10 episodes in to the season. My guess would be they would be on Hulu starting next week if you're waiting. If you are not, what I do is use ExpressVPN, which you pay for, and then I have an ITV account, which I also pay for, and I watch the episodes on their little ITV hub website, and that is how I watch. It can get annoying because it gives out a lot, and then you have to refresh a ton, and that can get frustrating. But I'm not hooked yet. It's starting to get a little juicier, but the cast of characters isn't quite doing it for me.
Lacking luster.
Yeah, it's just nobody's giving me pizzazz. Nobody's giving me it vibes.
Nobody's giving you star.
Exactly. No one's giving me star.
Nobody's a celebrity.
There's
on
a
there.
guy, Will, who I really like. He's very much like Dr. Alex. Remember Dr. Alex? Like that kind of vibe. He's a sweet guy. But he's the only comedic relief. Nobody else sems funny. There's
a bunch of wallpapers walking
it's
around
tough.
the show.
It's nobody's really bringing it quite yet. But there's it's almost too much infighting. I know people like the drama, but the girls are fighting with each other, boys were fighting with each other.
The girls are fighting?
Yeah.
Why?
Over guys.
Don't tell me.
They're fighting over guys.
I have to catch up on this.
But there's a rumor that two of the girls actually knew each other before, and they do not get along. They do not like each other.
That's why they casted each other.
They do not. But it's not talked about that they may have known each other.
That's like if me and you went on the show.
It's like that Bachelor,
Caddy.
the beauty pageant girls.
Yeah. But it was and then it was acknowledged that they did know each other. It doesn't seem like they did. They also, no spoilers. It's not really a spoiler. They brought in 2 people from Love Island, Australia. I won't say who, so that's
Give
not
me
a
your
spoiler.
best Australian accent.
I cannot do an Australian accent. Good day, mate.
Pretty good.
No, I really can't do it. No.
Give me a line to say because I don't know.
I want my pancakes hot.
It's so hard.
Shit, I don't even I want my pancakes hot.
That was not that bad. That was better than I thought it was going to be.
I was definitely can't
Australian
do one.
accent is hard.
So
and
hard.
After I finished Love Island Australia, in my head I'm always I can do an Australian accent now.
Australian might be the
No,
hardest.
cannot do it at
Glennie
all.
did it to Drew Barrymore.
His was
Yeah,
better.
his was good.
His was better than Drew Barrymore's.
His was good,
Yeah.
I thought.
Bloomin' onion. I feel like that's an easy
Bloomin' onion.
word to say.
It's still it's still
Bloomin' onion.
it's still
Onion.
really hard. It's really hard. So they brought in a girl and a guy, and there's some controversy over the guy because I don't think is very well liked from his cast members from Australia, but now he's on UK, and which I understand. I get the crossover, but UK is so superior that they don't need to do that. They don't need to bring in people from other places, in my mind.
I agree with that.
So right now I would give the first 10 episodes a B-. I'm into it, but it hasn't really grabbed me yet. Some of these do not. I caught up on all the Chicago shows, which I'll just mention.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need a grade. The Challenge, good episodes.
Finale was last night.
No,
Second to last.
we're next week is the final, the start of the final. They're doing 100-hour final.
Bananas is in it, right? Saw that. He put it on his Instagram. People were mad that he spoiled it.
Oh, people might be mad that you just.
I know, and that's why I was gonna whisper it like this, and then I just said it.
No, I'm actually thrilled with I enjoyed this season. I did think, like I said before, it gone back and forth where I was like, it was pairs and it was teams and it went back to pairs. Like, just keep it pairs the whole time. And I don't know. It was just a way to extend it.
Don't get cute with it.
Yeah, it was just a way to extend it, I guess, like cause drama or try and cause drama. But the final is next week, and I am very happy with the pairings of there's 4 pairs that are running the final, and it was very good. Great last episode to go into the final before the last elimination. Olivia from Love Island, so good. Like, crushing it.
Really?
So good. She'll be a long time challenge contestant.
I might have to tune in for these last or the last.
You should.
one.
You should.
I should just catch up on the last.
I'll
few.
talk to. I don't
We'll
want
chat it after.
Yeah, I don't want to say like everybody that's in the final right now in case people are not caught up. But it is. I'm very excited to watch that. I watched the first 2 episodes of the Madoff documentary on Netflix.
I watched it.
I see that you wrote Madoff down, and I was like, interesting.
Madoff.
Because I said Bernie Madoff
Yeah.
the other day. They got a documentary.
Yeah, on Netflix. It's pretty good.
I
I watched 2 episodes of it. I give it like a B. I'm interested. It's got me locked in. What I don't love
The biggest
about,
Ponzi schemer of our time,
yeah,
huh?
big time.
I know a Ponzi schemer.
It's very fascinating.
Have I ever talked about this?
No.
I don't know if I should. I don't know
I feel
him
like
that well.
I feel like you have, but I can't remember what it is.
Oh, now I feel bad bringing it up.
Is it somebody in your family?
No.
Then who cares?
It's kid I went to high school with.
Yeah.
His dad
Yeah. Ran a Ponzi scheme?
ran up a big one. If I said his name, you would.
Yeah, you don't have to.
I won't say the name.
You went to jail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. He's still there. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And it was a big because he ran like the baseball leagues. It's a whole story,
Yeah.
whatever. But he's a biggie. He's a biggie. He's a big Ponzi
Big
scheme
player.
guy.
Big player in the Ponzi scheme world. Yeah, no, it's a limited series, docu-series. It's 4 episodes. I've watched 2 and it's good. What gets me a lot of times with documentaries is I wish sometimes like just give me people talking to me and photos. When they do the actor
reenacting.
dramatizations, sometimes they're so cheesy and bad, or like
Yeah.
they had like got people playing like young Bernie Madoff,
Yeah.
like and young Bernie Madoff's wife. So it's like they're actors, but it's like they do it in like a foggy scene and like he's sitting at his desk typing, but it's an
Yes.
actor.
Yes.
You know? Like that.
A lot.
I
Yes.
don't love documentaries that are like that. Like just inform me
Did you
and
ever
like
watch the Robert De Niro one
no.
where he played him?
Did you ever watch the OJ one where David
David
Schwimmer
Schwimmer.
played
Yes.
That's a good
Robert
one.
Kardashian?
Yes.
That's a good one.
It was good,
I love
but
it.
at
But
the
isn't
same time,
isn't
it was
that
like
the TV show?
yeah, it was
Yeah.
a TV show.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about though. Different where the
Yeah,
documentary.
this is like a documentary where it's like it goes from
They
a
have-
real.
There's no lines. It's just
It goes from
Right.
a real like it'll flash from like a real picture of Bernie and his kids to then like an actor playing
a
Bernie,
really
where it's
trying
just-
actor
yeah,
where they
yeah.
have no lines
Yeah.
and they're like, yes,
But
I
it's
got
like-
this
you're
role.
picked
or-
because you have white hair and or-
Right,
Yeah.
it's like a guy playing Bernie Madoff and he's just like in his office and he's like going like this, like I told you, blah, blah, blah. And he's
Yeah.
like fake, and he's like
Yeah.
fake yelling.
It's like
But then there's
slow
a
motion,
a
like-
voiceover of like a woman in the back being like, what you didn't know about Bernie was that he had a very short fuse.
Yeah.
But like on the screen, it's just like
A
a
fake
Bernie
Bernie
actor
Madoff.
being like, I.
yeah.
You're like, okay, maybe. But I mean, a lot of documentaries are made like that. I am enjoying it. I'm going to finish it. What else did I watch? Oh, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City Reunion Part 1 is a C. I mean, I'm watching. I'm intrigued. I'm watching it. But like, no Jen Shaw. So it just feels like they're talking in circles as always.
Because they're talking about Jen Shaw,
Heather
but
doesn't
she-
know what the fuck happened with the black guy. Still drives me insane. She says she was blacked out. She has no recollection, even though she said on the show that she knew who did it. I don't know. There's something really fishy going on there for sure with production, or I don't know what's going on. Also, did you see that Jen Shaw
I was just about to say
put
this.
on? Yeah, she's got a website that you can subscribe and pay to hear like the real story,
of Jen
which just
Shaw.
sounds like another scheme. I thought the judge told her she couldn't profit like off this story. And that's exactly what she's doing. A subscription service?
Listen to
Scammer's
this. This
gonna
is the
scam.
caption. Thank you to my loyal fans who have remained supportive through the tough yet very enlightening time in my life. With the strength of my husband, children, close family, and friends, I am ready to tell my true story without any misrepresentations or editing present. Please visit DearJenShaw.com and subscribe as I tell my truth and give you an inside look into the real Jen Shaw.
Scammers gonna scam.
Pay.
Scammers
What's the website,
are just.
DearJenShaw.com.
I know this is crazy. Scammers are scammers.
In her
for a
bio,
reason.
it's the cameo link. Imagine getting a cameo from
It
Jen
is
Shaw.
just
people probably do
insane.
pay for that.
Okay, wait. So, I guess maybe you don't have to pay yet. Or maybe this says subscribe to DearJenShaw.com. Sign up to be the first to hear her story.
So one day,
Okay, I
everyone's
put an
gonna-
email in and says, thank you. We will be in touch.
So you better have those alerts on.
She has her
So as
comments
soon
off.
as we can hear Jen Shaw's side of the story, you get an email.
Yeah. Okay, I just got an email that says confirm subscription. Now do I have to
My
pay?
God, you're subscribed to Dear Jen Shaw.
Oh,
How
now
does-
I'm just subscribed.
How do you feel as a subscriber to Jen Shaw's website?
Not good. I didn't really want to be subscribed. Well, this is the thing. I just want to know if at some points you put something behind a paywall. You know?
She'll start charging you without you knowing.
Right. Like, yeah, I just
They're
gave her all
in your
my information.
laptop
She's going to
and-
like fucking call my grandma and try and scheme her now.
Probably.
God damn it.
Poor Mima is getting scammed by
I
Jen
know,
Shaw.
Seriously.
She definitely would fall for
absolutely
it too.
insane that like, and then Andy said that they had invited Jen to the reunion, but her lawyers told her not to go or something because when they filmed the reunion, her sentencing still hadn't happened yet. So she's not even there. So it's just like the four of them and then the friends of who are just, I hope they go. The Angies.
They need to be cut.
The Angies, see ya. No, they're not bringing it at all.
So
There's
that's
a lot of forced drama. It just feels like they're throwing out things to like get to stick on the wall to stay on.
I
the
feel
show.
like Salt Lake City might have to come to an end.
It's a good franchise. It has so much potential. I think they have to do a casting shakeup, which I think they're gonna do. Like keep some of the main players. Like they'll keep Meredith, Heather, Whitney, Lisa. That's only 4. Like Beverly Hills at times has like 7 or 8 main character housewives, you know? So like you really got to get some good ones in there, better than the friends of that they have come up with. And yeah, that's all I got.
I watched The Last of Us as well. I thought that was better than the first one, or at least I enjoyed it more.
I liked the first one better.
So I'll give this one an A-. The Last of Us episode 2. Watched the Madoff series as well. I feel like it's a lot of stuff I already knew, but
You guys hanging out?
yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, the whole
Yeah,
thing.
I haven't finished it yet.
And yeah, I thought it was like I've already seen the story. I feel like there's been other documentaries too that
Yeah.
I probably watched and I can't remember, but I'll give it a B too. Like,
Yeah.
it's interesting. I mean, it's so sad. Like,
I really
his
didn't know
sons-
too much. Like I knew the general idea, but I have not. Like I knew what he did, but I have never really read up about it or watched a documentary.
you haven't
so it's
gotten to the
more
point where, like,
it's more enlightening to
do you
me.
know what happens to his kids?
No, I've only watched 2
Oh
episodes.
no, I was just saying I don't know if you know the real life.
No, not really.
Do you want me to tell you?
No, I would actually prefer you not.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, then I watched Peaky Blinders, episode 5 of the last season, season 6. I'll give that a B.
You just randomly watched the 5th episode.
I watched like the first.
You picked one episode,
Of
closed
the-
your eyes, and
You
went.
just said I'm going to do episode 5
No,
of the
like-
last season of Peaky Blinders.
I started it like when it first came out, like a long time. I think it was like the spring maybe, and I just like wasn't that interested. I was a big fan of the earlier
Yeah.
seasons, and I just stopped watching. It was also like in the UK earlier, so I had to like it was harder to watch. Now it's just on Netflix. And then I couldn't remember where I was, so I was like, I think I was at 5. I might have skipped one, but it's fine. Like it's the last season's not as good in my eyes. I would give that a B. And then I watched this other documentary on Netflix called The Pez Outlaw.
I've seen that.
Pez Outlaw.
And
About Pez candies.
it's about this guy who so it's hard to explain, but it's another like very what you were saying, like it's actually
All dramatization.
yes, and I'm pretty sure it's the real guy playing himself. So they
Oh.
like dyed his beard, like he has this
What?
really long like white beard, and like they like I'm pretty sure I might have just been not like
What if they just cast an actor that really looked like him?
I mean, if
be
they
kind of
did.
wild for the guy to be playing himself. No,
I think he is
in a
but
docuseries.
but
Is it
he's-
a docuseries?
It's just one movie.
Oh, it's just one movie.
I think he is because he like looks old when he's supposed to be playing his younger self. I'm is it him? I think it's him. I think they just dyed his beard black. Like if you go on
That's
the
so
IMDb
weird.
and look at the photos, it looks exactly like the guy. It's
Maybe
definitely
it
him.
is.
It's definitely him, which
It
I
has
think is
100%
crazy.
on Rotten Tomatoes.
It does.
Yeah,
I mean, it's probably got rated by like one person.
it has
26?
26 reviews.
Oh, I give it a C. I thought it was
Oh,
I thought the story was kind of interesting, but I don't know. It was like almost so corny that I was like, this is, I don't know. But it's a weird story.
So what did you rate it?
A C.
just gave it a C.
I just wasn't that drawn in. But that's all I watched. Not that much this week.
Quick week for all of us.
Yeah, I have one thing to say about Ginny and Georgia, because I've had a lot of people ask me, because Ginny and Georgia would normally be a show that is right up my alley. And the second season is out. Everybody's talking about it. I've gotten a lot of people say, like, have you watched the second season? Or like thoughts on Ginny and Georgia.
Ever since they made fun of Taylor Swift, Fran said no.
No, Ginny and Georgia, I'm sorry. Ginny and Georgia lost me. Like, I know I am the queen of bad, good TV. Like, any cheesy show like that, normally I fucking love. Ginny and Georgia lost me after like the 6th episode of the first season. I could not keep going. I just said, I can't do this.
I don't even
It
think
was
I
just
watched the first season.
the story. Like, I just could not get behind. After I told you about the fingering scene.
Yeah.
After that, I was like, I'm out. I tried to watch more, and I did. I watched, and I know people are gonna say, "Oh, give it another chance." Like, second season's so good. I just could not. I could not do it. So that's just one that I don't think I'm gonna be watching.
And sorry to the people that wanted you to watch, but you won't be.
I just don't think I can do it.
When you're getting married, it's not just about the big day. It's about all the amazing days on the way to your big wedding day. It could be the proposal day, the big engagement, or, the invites have been sent, the venue's booked day, whatever it is, Zola is here for all of those days. From the how do I make this budget to I have too many spreadsheets, Zola's free planning tools will give you guidance on where to start and help keep your planning on track every step along the way. Zola also has a vendor marketplace, save the dates and invites, free wedding websites, and an amazing registry, all designed by wedding experts for couples like you that are looking for some help out there. The Zola community is your place to share, celebrate, and vent with other engaged couples who know exactly what you're going through. If you need expert help, there's Team Z, which is Zola's expert wedding advisors, ready to answer any questions. Everybody needs help planning a wedding. Everybody needs help on their wedding day. Look no further than Zola to help you make these decisions and just help you have a stress-free, enjoyable experience. From the just engaged to the only thing I have left to say is I do. Zola is here for all of the days along the way. All right, let's get into the topics. We have a bunch to run through. Some will be long, some will be short, because what is there to say about Hannah Ann getting engaged? Besides congratulations.
Maybe some of our more astute listeners will pick up on we've trying to, throw some more topics out there, condense,
yes.
get some kind of like condense the topics segment.
Hannah
But
Ann's-
also add more stuff at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yes, so we're going to start off quick. Hannah Ann engaged.
She's adding a little funk to her life. Sorry, I
Good
had to
one.
get that out.
Really
I had
good
to get
one.
that out.
I'm happy for Hannah
Same.
Ann.
Look, I'm happy for any of Peter Weber's girlfriends / fiancés to get married at this point. Like, we got Madison's married.
Yeah.
Hannah Ann's engaged to her NFL playing boyfriend named Jake Funk.
They seem cute.
They're
They
very
seem
cute.
happy.
She's adorable. Like, I see her
Yeah.
sometimes, on my Instagram, it'll pop up. She's doing one of her meal prep videos. She just looks happy.
she's very
like,
cute.
I'm
happy for her.
I think she's living her
Wait,
best
who
life.
Be
is
surprised you're on vacation.
Yeah, they're on the beach. Beautiful. It was on her TikTok. Beautiful video. Beautiful ring.
Beautiful ring.
Beautiful ring.
Wait, is he like a known person?
He's an NFL player,
he's
but
a
NFL player.
Super Bowl winning NFL player.
He was.
Oh,
he
so
was.
this has been the one because I know she dated an NFL
Yeah,
player.
he was on. He's same guy.
They've
Same
been
guy,
dating a
same
little
guy.
less than 2 years.
I think he is a
I don't know if he's a
fullback.
star player,
Definitely not a star.
but that's okay.
I think he plays fullback.
I'm not
He looks like
familiar
a
with the
fullback.
positions.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, just based on body type, fullback.
Oh, but right now he's actually on the Colts right now.
Oh yeah, he got transferred.
Yeah.
Practice squad.
But happy for them. Looked very cute. She seems very happy.
Very exciting.
Very exciting.
The
Very cute
ring kind
engagement.
of looked like Natalie's ring.
It did. I had that same
like
thought.
big,
You're right.
big
Emeralds. Yeah, I like that.
Beautiful ring.
Really like
Beautiful.
that.
A lot
It
of
was
big
beautiful.
bachelor engagements. People are just
They're in love.
falling in love and
Love it.
committing
Love
to
it.
people that they don't
What's
meet
that?
on the show.
What's that movie where everyone who dates the person?
Good luck, Chuck.
Yes. That's what Cali Pete's like. He's
Yeah.
good luck Chuck.
Yeah, and Scott Disick called himself that as
Yep.
well because of Kourtney Kardashian and Sophia Richie.
Did you like Good Luck Chuck?
I don't remember it well
I just
enough
remember I used to always watch because Jessica Alba.
Jessica
was in
Alba
it,
looked
but-
good, yes. So congrats to Hannah Ann.
Yeah, very exciting.
Very exciting for her. Pete Davidson and Chase Suey Wonders have been on vacation together.
Kissing.
Let me tell you, this is a good couple.
I agree. I think it is a good fit
No,
for
no,
him,
this
too.
is a good fit for Pete Davidson. This seems like a couple that could potentially maybe make it.
Yeah.
If
Make it.
if
You know what's so funny?
Pete
I feel
Davidson could stay tied down.
like, yeah. How long was it? Maybe 3 weeks ago? A month ago? I can't remember if it was before or after Christmas when they were at the Rangers game and we're like, because it was like right after the Emily Ratajkowski date, and we were like, hey, can't the guy just go to a Rangers game with his friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, not
it's
his
clearly turned into more than that
But
now. They're
this-
making out on the beach in Hawaii.
This to me seems like could be a real relationship.
Yeah,
It's not a Kim Kardashian. It's not an
not
Emily
Emily
Ratajkowski. And that
Ratajkowski,
is not a knock at she just
No,
seems
it's
more like a
just-
normal girl.
Yeah, it's
that
age
could
appropriate. It's
have
more
a real
low-key.
relationship.
Yeah, it's like they obviously will get paparazzi'd and people will follow them, but it's not
Won't be.
like a massive.
Well, she's the first like not super famous person.
Yeah,
he's dated in
exactly.
a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And she just seems like
exactly.
down to earth, and they make a cute couple. So
She's cute,
I'm happy for whatever's going on there.
and
If
they
Pete
have like
Davidson-
the good origin story of filming the movie together. I think they actually. I never saw the movie, but you did, right?
Yeah, I liked it a
They.
lot.
I think they play boyfriend girlfriend in the movie.
Yeah.
So they had some chemistry.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, am I thinking of the right person? What's her name?
Chase
Chase
Suey
Suey
Wonders.
Chase. What a name.
It's a cool name.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Or that was his girlfriend.
Paris Hilton welcomed her baby.
Beautiful.
Such a cute picture.
I
the
was-
cutest fingernails.
I-
Have you ever looked at babies' fingernails?
Baby's fingernails actually
They're
freak me out.
Really? I
Yes.
think they're so cute.
Because they're sneaky. Like you can't cut them yet.
yeah.
So like they're kind of really long. I don't know. There's something about them that freaked
Just
me out.
cute
My
little
my
hands.
my friends, we all like. That was the first thing when Paris Hilton posted that picture. Was like sent into our Instagram group, and we were like, oh god, the nails.
Aw, I think they're so
No,
cute.
it's adorable, but it's
I get-
also
yeah.
like I don't know. There's something
You're like, whoa, those
Yeah.
are baby nails.
exactly like they look like adult nails,
They're
but
very
they're
well,
baby nails.
They're very well manicured.
Yes.
It's very weird how a baby comes out of a vagina and they have nails.
Yeah, it just yeah
They have eyes,
exactly.
too.
No, I know it's
but
great.
Yeah,
It is
Yeah.
fucking
I
insane.
think hair is
this
weirder to me.
This sounds like the dinosaur thing, but like man, babies are formed in women's stomachs, and that is
They
fucking.
pop out with fingernails.
They pop out with full features.
yeah, hair and everything.
Hair, eyes,
Do you think
earlobes.
like obviously you can't remember, but like imagine like in that moment like you see the world for the first
Yeah.
time?
yeah,
were you
nobody
guys
can
born
remember
with
that.
hair?
Maybe a little bit. I
I
was
think
just,
so.
I was very hairy. I was told
I was a C-section.
Really?
Yeah.
very
I
hairy.
Don't know. I'm not.
I'd rather not, to be honest. Like my
Yeah.
baby, I'd rather not come out with a lot of hair.
They
No,
thought
I was very hairy.
apparently-
My mom. They joked that I wasn't their baby. They were like, there's been a switch.
That's funny.
So I had very dark.
Really?
hair, like a lot of.
I wouldn't
yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
Picture that. I apparently had such a small nose. They thought I was gonna have a breathing problem.
Oh.
My nose has fully grown. Clearly. I have no problem breathing with this nose. So congrats to Paris Hilton.
Paris, and you know what's funny with Paris? Like, she really does. Not that she seems totally regimented, but she always is she's a woman with a plan. No matter how many people like have made fun of her or whatever. Because I feel like it was only last year when she was asked about starting a family, she was like, we have embryos. I think it's going to be next year and we're ready to go. January 24th, 5th, boom, baby born. Like clearly it was all scheduled. This was via surrogate because, you know, if we were just talking about Trent with Paris Hilton, she obviously did not just have a baby. But yes, and then she had said that as well. Like she was like, we have these embryos, blah 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 blah.
Those
last
tweets
year
about Trent were so funny.
So
they were
funny.
very
Did you? I was just gonna say, did you see them? Yeah.
I saw them.
Yes.
Trent said that him and Paris Hilton welcomed the
people
baby,
loved it.
and people were like, "Oh my God, since when did Paris Hilton have a baby with the Barstool guy?" Which is just hilarious,
absolutely
objectively hilarious.
So funny.
Congrats to Paris Hilton on
She's
that.
gonna be a great mom.
Harry Styles,
Best dressed baby.
really good.
Think about the closeout.
Oh my
baby is gonna
gosh,
have.
her closet's gonna
Holy
be
crap.
amazing.
She probably already has a double walk-in closet nursery
Jealous.
combo.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
Hannah Montana closet.
Yep.
Harry Styles was seen with his ex-girlfriend from high
Right.
school. Which
Ex-girlfriend.
I
Is
mean,
it,
right.
Like, do we know for sure?
I don't know. I just think
Close
of it as
personal friend from
I
high
just
school?
think he was seen with a friend.
Yeah.
and he was also seen with another brunette. And
Yeah.
it's like maybe Harry Styles is dating around.
Yeah.
Crazy concept. Or maybe he's
Just
hanging out
catching up with an old pal.
with catching up with old friends. He's had some time off now. You know, he was touring for a really long time.
He's going right back
he's
on
going
tour
right
real
back.
soon.
So maybe he's just taking some time to reflect with some old friends, and
Yeah.
we'll get back out there.
As his world tour starts very soon.
Give this guy a break. I'm worried about him.
Yeah, world tour starts very soon. He clearly loves doing it, but yeah, I get that. I mean, it is, I think everyone's so hyper focused on it, and no matter who he is photographed now, friend, family member, like that, maybe it could be a cousin and we don't know it's a cousin, you know, like it's going to be photographed and talked about every time because everyone is so invested in who he dates next.
That has got to be the worst as a celebrity if you're just going out with a family member and automatically people may think that that's. Have you ever gone
I've seen
out
that before. It's like, oh, that's literally my cousin.
Have you ever gone out with your brother somewhere and have been afraid that people are going to think that was your boyfriend?
I've thought about that before.
That's happened with
it's
me and
never
my
actually
sister.
happened.
Really?
But I have thought
It
about
happened
that
because girls came up, they were like chicks in the office fans, and one of them said, "Is this your girlfriend?" I was like, "No,
It's my sister.
my sister."
Yeah, yeah.
We were also like at a dinner with my family, so like
Oh yeah.
No, I do think
could
that
just be your
happens.
family member.
Yeah. Or when your significant other is actually thought to be
that's
your
even
sibling.
weirder.
Your
I think.
sibling.
that happened at the wedding we were at.
People thought you and
No,
Joe
it
were
was just it was actually very funny. No, it was a stranger. Like we didn't know.
Oh yeah.
We were sitting at the hotel bar and I wanted to change the channel to TV. And an older couple was sitting next to us and he had also asked to change the TV, and then the bartender came and gave him the remote and he couldn't figure out how to get the wild card games on. We wanted the football on and he like couldn't work the remote. And so I was like, oh, I think it's this channel, like yelled, and then he couldn't. I got up and just took the remote and changed it. And he was like, damn, if only I had any sons. But I was sitting with Joe and his mom. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I guess maybe, I don't know, I thought we were like a family. Like, it's just.
You guys are giving off
were like
brother and sister energy?
Brother-sister energy, I guess, with his mom. And because the guy was like, damn, wish I had some sons. And Joe was like, haha.
Weird.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah. But like, that's what
Should
I'm
have
saying.
planted one right on him.
Right.
Come here, bro.
Right. I think I did like right after. Hairstyle or like held his hand.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's something that could totally happen is like any celebrity could be walking with their cousin. No one's going to know it's their cousin.
Right. And you have to remember that these people have family members.
Absolutely.
Not everyone they're seen with is going to
Absolutely.
be a significant other.
But this is just his longtime, this is a longtime friend, which I honestly find to be so nice that
It
he
is.
still has those friendships.
It is very
like he
nice.
is an absolute megastar and he's walking around
You need
with
that when
his
you're him.
friend / rumored high school girlfriend.
You need that because he needs some normalcy.
Yeah. I saw a TikTok of a girl who I guess Harry Styles was walking. He's been walking around London and the girl saw him walking in, I don't remember the place, but she is just like sobbing. Like she's just crying into the camera and she's like, I just saw Harry Styles walking and I don't know why I'm crying. Like, I just burst into tears as he walked by.
Very relatable. Just his presence.
Yeah, exactly. So that was it. It just seems like, I just thought it was very nice that he still has those connections.
It is very nice. I think he needs it. Gotta stay grounded.
Exactly.
Julia Fox did an apartment tour on her TikTok.
Talk about grounded as well.
Very interesting. Yeah.
She's an enigma and I love it.
I go both ways with this. It's like, okay, you can, it's very relatable. You can live in your New York City apartment, whatever,
Yeah.
Oh, I don't use my money.
Yeah.
So if you're going to talk about the fact that you don't like displaying massive displays of wealth and you don't agree with buying a big apartment or a big house, whatever, then what you doing with your money? If you're going to keep talking the talk, walk the walk. You know what I mean? Like, are you donating that money somewhere? If you're going to keep saying it, where's the money going?
Right.
Because
saving
honestly, I don't really think it's that. I know, but I don't think it's that bad of an idea to get yourself a bigger apartment for your son. You know what I mean?
No, definitely not. I think, her apartment tour people were shocked by because less of...
It's a very normal New York City apartment.
Totally
for
normal
the
New York City apartment. I think almost like the stuff is what shocked people more. But like I said, very classic New York apartment. If I had to guess, she's probably lived in that apartment for a very long time and has an attachment to it and is just like, that's her home. And her son's room was very cute. Like she had said, like, his room I put the most work into, which it definitely looked like. But like her bed is in the living room.
Right.
And it's just but it's just so I'm like, maybe she owns that apartment. Like
maybe, but it also falls into the trap then of like people that have money and want to spend it on things. Then it kind of makes them feel like if you have money and you want to spend it on something, you should be able to spend it on what you want to spend it on.
You can,
I don't think that's crazy. You know what I mean? So I feel like respect to her, but at the same time, it just kind of sounds like, all right, we get it. Like
you're bragging about not.
It's like, we get it.
I don't think she was trying to do that.
It's not bragging, no, but it's also just like...
I think she was just trying to be like, this is how I live.
I don't know how to word it though in a way when she's like, I don't believe in like displays of massive wealth. Like upgrading your apartment when you have the means to do so isn't necessarily being like, I have fuck you money, I'm gonna get the biggest apartment ever. Like getting a little upgrade from that apartment wouldn't be that crazy when you have a kid,
right?
Like, and you have the means to do so.
Everyone's living preferences are different though. Like if that's what if that's what makes her happy to live in that apartment.
It's also funny because it's like you were like on private planes with Kanye like not too long ago.
Right. I just don't get it because it's not like, because what do we got to bow down to Julia Fox because she's not spending her money on a bigger apartment?
No, but
because what else is she doing with her money?
But I don't think that's how she acted in the video at all.
At the end when she's like, I don't believe in massive displays of wealth. Like, okay, I understand in some sort, but like, you can also if people
funky.
Right, but if people want to spend their money, if they have the means to do so, and then also they could also be given back to people as well if they have enough money.
Yeah, I don't think she meant it as a way of like this is people who have big apartments shouldn't show off their big apartments. Like I think she's just kind of wacky, and I mean it is just,
it made people
like
feel
those
relatable to her, which is nice. Because, she is rich and famous. So people are like, oh, wow, not every rich and famous person lives a certain way.
That's actually what I was going to argue, too. Like how rich is she? I don't think she's maybe that rich.
She's not in that many movies. Like
I really, like, she had those, she's popped off from dating Kanye. And yes, Uncut Gems was a massive thing.
But she was like a tiny role in Uncut Gems.
I don't see her doing massive brand deals.
But the way she said when she said I don't believe in massive displays of wealth made it seem like I have a lot of money, I'm just not going to show it off. Why would she even mention that?
Maybe.
Because otherwise I feel like she would be like, listen guys, it's not all what it's cracked up to be. I don't have that much money.
Yeah.
It was the wording of
maybe just the way she worded it, but I really don't think. I
feel like she probably isn't that. I mean, she's definitely like very well.
No,
off,
she's definitely well off for sure, but I don't think she has the fuck you money.
Either way, it was definitely relatable, and I think people appreciated that aspect of it because New York City living is very hard.
Yeah,
like
it is.
disgusting.
it's small for a lot of money. It's
Yeah.
not reasonable living for really anybody. So that part is relatable.
Yeah.
But
I do like that guy's TikToks about when he goes into people's apartments.
yeah, that one's
Did
fun.
she say where that apartment was in the city?
It
looked like probably like
I
downtown.
think she lives in the West Village.
Yeah. Also, like that's another thing. It's like if you're gonna live in the West Village. It's
Exactly.
gonna be way
Like I'm
more.
not positive on that, but I'm pretty sure she lives in the West Village. I think. Cuz I feel like she's talked about wanting to be like in that area before.
We could never find an apartment for the price we were paying. I feel like now
oh no,
in West Village,
We got
even though our
lucky.
apartments were tiny,
they
already.
were minuscule.
I think ours was probably a little smaller than yours.
They were both really tiny.
Yeah. I don't think she obviously didn't say, so that makes sense. But yeah. I think probably somewhere in that area would be my guess.
Austin Butler has finally given Vanessa Hudgens the title
Finally,
and credit she deserves.
he heard all of us.
He clearly did.
He totally did, because now he's telling the same story, but saying my ex,
And he's saying my partner at the time.
How as nice as it gets.
And he said he owes her a lot.
Wait, what interview? Where did he say this? Why does he keep telling the story?
because he's being asked about it.
Yeah.
Like he's doing interviews where he's being asked
You
about
think
the
they're
story.
trying to get it out of him? The
At this
interviewer?
point, yes. Because
Yeah.
if he was on our show, we would be like, so that story you keep telling about a friend.
Right. So he did a profile for the LA Times, and they asked him about it, and he said, I was with my partner at the time. When asked if he was in fact speaking about Vanessa, Austin confirmed. He said, that's right. We've been together for so long, and she had this sort of clairvoyant moment, and so I really owe her a lot for believing in me. And then, of course, like that's different than this article is saying, like initially Austin had referred to her as an unnamed friend when he told the story to the Hollywood Reporter.
His publicist was like, you better start referring to her as your old partner.
Right, the interviewer for the LA Times was like, oh, I'm sure was like, I want him to confirm that it was Vanessa.
Or he did the interview with the LA Times, and then all this happened, and his publicist called up the LA Times and was like, can you please change the wording of this?
I
And
would have
include that it was his
respected him
partner.
and become the biggest Austin Butler fan ever if he was like, yeah, my buddy. Like, just like double down
pal.
on it.
Yeah.
My pal.
And it's funny, they actually made that like the headline for the LA Times article because it was about him finding out that he was nominated for the Oscar, which is of course a very big deal.
Very big deal.
And then, so the question that he was asked was, and then there's something else I hope you can clear up. You've talked about a moment even before you had the role. It was Christmas time and an Elvis song came on and you were with a friend and you were singing along and your friend, and then he goes, I was with my partner at the time. And then it continued, said you should play Elvis, and people have been saying you must have been with Vanessa Hudgens, so that's right. And then he said that's right.
Okay, so the interviewer pushed for
Really
him.
yes,
he
for
wasn't going out of his way to be
Totally.
like, let me clear up this story. It was my partner
And then
at the time.
the headline is Austin Butler thanks clairvoyant Vanessa Hudgens for setting him on the road to Elvis Oscar.
Yeah, they nailed that one. They said, we got him.
Yeah, we got him.
We got him. We
good.
nailed him.
We got him good.
Yeah.
And Vanessa gets that credit.
That's the way they do it in the biz.
Yep, exactly.
Good for them.
Yep.
Good for the LA Times.
Definitely.
Anna Delvey's getting her own show.
Unbelievable.
Dinner party in New York City with Anna Delvey.
Julia Fox is definitely going to be a guest.
100%.
Delvey's Dinner Club is going to be the show. Anna shared the announcement saying there's nothing like the experience of bringing together a curated group of friends to share life stories and enjoy a great culinary experience. I'm grateful for the opportunity to work with Wheelhouse and Butternut to bring my vision to a wider audience and share a glimpse of the real Anna Delvey. It's crazy. It says, the press release says the show will go behind the scenes with Anna as she reinvents herself and her name, reintroducing herself to New York City and the world, one dinner party at a time. Through fly-on-the-wall footage and interviews with Anna and her guests, Delvey's Dinner Club will highlight the dichotomy of her house arrest-driven isolation during the day and the experience of company and festivity when she opens her apartment doors to guests and viewers at night.
Isn't it crazy how often we give criminals money?
Yeah.
This is why I don't necessarily believe in karma.
Tell their stories. I just subscribed to Jen Shaw's website.
Exactly. Sometimes I think karma's real, and sometimes I go, is it?
I know.
Because the bad people,
I know.
they get money.
I know,
They get fame.
I saw
they win. You
I
know,
s-
Anna Delvey, who's on house arrest, is getting a show inside of her house because she can't leave her house.
Yeah.
So instead they go, we're going to pay you while you're on house arrest. We're going to give you money. You're going to have your own show, Anna Delvey. What about the good people out there? What about them? What about giving them some money?
I know. Look,
Crazy.
I saw when this was announced saw a bunch of Instagrams about it, and like so many comments being like, shouldn't she have been deported? Like, what?
It's nuts
So
that we
yeah.
prop these people up and
Yeah.
go, let's give them a show.
The scammers.
Scammers of the world.
The scammers.
Billy McFarland's getting one next.
Billy McFarland.
He was in the office. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Recently?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
went on macrodosing like 2 weeks ago.
He was here?
Yeah, he was over there.
In studio.
Oh my gosh.
Same kind of thing.
Yeah, like Billy
just
McFarland's
like-
just on.
I know. Well, they're all.
But he's
this
not
is the
getting
He
thing.
said he
paid.
wants to fight in Rough and Rowdy.
But
Yeah.
he's not getting paid to go on macrodosing.
No, but he would get paid to fight in Rough and Rowdy because he needs that
No,
money.
but he
He's
said-
got a lot of
no.
restitution to pay.
No, he said he would donate all the money.
No.
Oh my God! You believe Billy
No.
McFarland?
Are you out of your
believe
fucking mind?
Scammer Billy McFarland
You
would
know-
donate the money.
You know how much money he owes?
No, but that's
You think he
no.
would?
I mean, I don't know.
Donate the money to what? Himself?
No, I forget
I
where he
wouldn't-
said he would, but he said he would donate it to, I think, like, I don't remember.
Yeah,
but he said he
fucking
would
right. Yeah, right. He's a scammer.
He's got bills to pay.
When
It's the same
scammers
as-
say they're donating the money, they are not
Right.
donating
it's the same
money.
as Jen Shah saying, like, if Jen Shah puts this shit behind a paywall and then says she's donating it to the victims, yeah, you're donating it to the victims because you legally owe $6 million or however
Who
much
was
it
it
is.
that said, fuck, who was it recently? There was a story that said that they were going to donate the money, but they never ended up donating it. Oh, Amber Heard.
Amber Heard.
Amber Heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's just,
I pledged.
there's
Yeah.
many examples of
Yep.
people saying they're going to donate the money
Yeah.
and they don't donate the money.
So Anna Delvey's getting a TV show. I'm sure there's going to be
Wait, so she's on house
crazy
arrest?
that I guess people like.
Yeah,
I wonder
she's
what
on
kind
house
of guest
arrest.
she's going to get.
She's on. That's what's crazy.
She is on house
This
arrest.
person who's on house arrest is getting a TV show. There are plenty of people not on house arrest that could get TV shows.
Yeah.
But
Julia
So-
Fox can get a
so
TV
house
show.
arrest
Why
is-
not Julia Fox's dinner party? Because her apartment's
so
too small.
what is like the deal with house arrest? Like for her, she lives in the city. Like what? Can she go like for a run? Like you can't go outside.
I think you have like a monitor
I think there's
on
a
you.
perimeter. You
There's
have an
probably a
ankle
perimeter.
monitor. She can probably maybe like go around the block.
Because it's like if you're in the city, like everything you need is like right around you. Like you're definitely allowed to go outside.
Yeah,
Obviously.
house arrest. You have a monitor thing on you.
Disturbia.
Oh my god, great movie.
Just it makes me think of Disturbia.
Never seen it.
Oh my god.
What?
The Shia LaBeouf
Shia
movie?
LaBeouf?
Yeah.
Wait,
Never
that was
seen
Shia LaBeouf and who was the girl?
And Amber Heard. No,
Amber-
no, it's not Amber Heard. It's the other girl that's married to Chad Montgomery now.
Who's that? Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, she's married to Chad Michael Murray?
Mm-hmm.
Disturbia movie?
Yeah. Sarah Romer.
Oh, she's a fired up girl.
Fired up girl, yeah.
Oh, I used to have a huge crush on her.
Yes. Yeah, and that's like in Disturbia, he's on house arrest and he can like go into the he sets up a whole perimeter around the house of how far he can go of like the driveway and the front lawn. She definitely can't go far. House arrest, when you're under house arrest, you're under house arrest. It's not like, oh, you're under house arrest, but you can go walk
I think
around
it's
the
kind of
park.
pointless to debate how far Anna Delvey can go. She's under house arrest.
No,
She's
I
under
know.
house arrest,
But
and
if you don't have a
it's-
treadmill, how are you supposed to like exercise?
They don't care.
But like even in jail, you have like time to like.
I'm
exercise.
sure that maybe there's times where she can go to the gym or something. I'm not very sure the details
Yeah.
of her house arrest.
But she will be having guests come over.
She will be having dinner
to
parties.
film a television show.
Would you go
No,
if she invited you?
no,
You wouldn't?
no.
Why?
See, I just went on a whole thing about how, Anna Delvey's getting a show, but like
Yeah.
if we were invited to Anna Delvey's dinner party, we would kind of have to go to see what it's about. No,
You might never come out.
I wouldn't want to go.
not at all. Just out of curiosity, like I don't.
To be completely honest, it's less even about that. It's more about like she creeps me out.
What do you think her apartment? Do you know what it looks like? Is it a big apartment?
I have no idea. I don't even know where she's staying.
I don't know. I do not know.
How is she not in jail?
Last topic.
She got out.
Last topic.
Anna Sorokin. And where do you think where's her apartment? Oh, she's shopping around a real. Oh no, that's already. Where is her
She
apartment?
lives in Murray Hill.
She signed a 6-month lease for a East Village apartment. Ann Delvey stepped out from her house arrest for a weekly parole meeting. That was at the end of last year. The smiling fraudster looked as glamorous as ever for her weekly parole meeting yesterday, the only time she is allowed out of her $4,200 a month 5th floor East Village apartment during her house arrest. So that, if that's accurate, that's the only time she's allowed out of her apartment.
Interesting.
She really did pop out in quite the outfit, from what I can see. However, she is required to remain in her home 24 hours a day and must wear her ankle monitor at all times. And then she's has access to all of her social media and is creating a show. That's basically what this is. Crime sells, I guess.
Yep. Last topic, Shakira. This has been all over the news. We haven't talked about it, but Shakira.
It's been going on for months.
Shakira caught her now ex-husband cheating on her from strawberry jam, because Shakira was the only one who liked strawberry jam in her house. And then when she got home, she realized all the strawberry jam was gone. And she knew that motherfucker was cheating on her. And now he is with the person he cheated with. They posted a picture together. They are now dating. Everyone's questions, how can you cheat on Shakira?
Yeah, I think, she's been with PK, soccer player, for a long time. They have 2 kids. I want to say it spanned 10 plus years. And they never got married. They stayed.
Oh, sorry, I said ex-husband.
Yeah, they never got married. Which always makes my eyebrow raise a little bit, because no matter how many times a woman says, I don't want to get married, why didn't they want to get, then there's tax issues that she's had too. Is so
we forget Shakira was in trouble.
Yeah, so in January of 2020, she told 60 Minutes, to tell you the truth, marriage scares the shit out of me. I don't want him to see me as the wife. I'd rather him see me as his girlfriend. Which I get that logic. But you cheat on your wife, I guess.
But that's such a sad way to look at life.
She said his lover, his girlfriend. It's like a forbidden fruit, I want to keep him on his toes.
See, that's not good. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, no. So they have 2 kids. And then over the summer they announced they were splitting up. We were separating. They said that was in June of last year. And then in September, Shakira kind of started to talk about it more. It was more like, I haven't shared too much. I have kids. I'm trying to kind of conceal that situation. And then in the coming months, October, November, December, she started releasing very emotional songs where it felt like there was some references to a cheating situation. And in the beginning of this year, she put out a song with a DJ, which basically, it just really felt like it was just a basic call out. This article calls it a diss track, which But she also accused PK of lumping her with his mother and leaving her stranded with the tax fraud charges she faced last year. So I think there was something going on with the 2 of them there. Other lyrics said, so much talk of being a champion, and when I needed you, you gave me the worst version of you. Sorry, baby, I should have thrown you out a while ago. A she-wolf like me is not for rookies. I'm worth 2 of 22. You traded a Ferrari for a Twingo. You traded a Rolex for a Casio.
Damn.
And his new girlfriend is 22 years old.
Yes.
But yes, that was a big fan theory too, which blew up and is one of those pop culture kind of moments that goes viral, because it's just
the jam.
Objectively funny, is that Shakira is the only one that eats the strawberry jam in the house, and she came home and all the strawberry jam was gone. She knows PK doesn't eat the strawberry jam because he doesn't like it, but it was all gone. So somebody ate the strawberry jam.
Apparently she was also wearing her clothes. That's so fucked up.
I think she was really in the house.
Girlfriend, where you would want to wear her clothes.
There was also a video.
Creepy.
There's also a video going around of well, sometimes it's freaky. That's kind of like the Real Housewives of Miami shit with the Lenny's girlfriend. Like, seemed like she was like obsessed with Lisa.
It's
Weird
very,
stuff.
that's creepy.
Weird. And so, but there's also
But I mean, I could imagine this
Yeah.
girl was maybe obsessed with Shakira.
right. There was
wanted
a
her life.
video of
Wanted her life so much so she took her man.
yeah. There was a video of PK on like a video call, and allegedly this girl had like walked across the screen like quickly in the background. Yeah, which is just it's really just crazy. So she released a song, and then everyone was talking about the lyrics and like, oh my god, this guy. Then people were saying like PK had signed a deal with Casio, which would have been funny, which I don't think actually happened. And now we've reached the point where yesterday he went Instagram official with the girlfriend.
Yeah, crazy.
The girl he was cheating with, girlfriend, like actually posted her on his Instagram.
Yeah,
Which is
it's crazy.
wild.
It's wild.
When they take to Instagram, it's like, just keep it private.
It's wild, and just to be that girl is like, do you
Yeah.
have any respect for yourself? You were wearing Shakira's clothes, eating her jam, taking her man.
I don't know. It's really insane. It's really insane. She's apparently a PR student, and she was hired to work at his events production company, is
Right.
allegedly where they
I mean,
met.
it's more on him, obviously.
Of
Like, I
course.
don't want to sound like I'm blaming the girl.
No,
it's
no.
more just like, you know,
Yeah.
I feel like this girl could have done better.
Yeah.
But
These
for
fucking
him,
footballers.
he's, slimy little rat.
Yeah.
How are you going to do Shakira like that? How are you going to have another woman in your home wearing your, like, you're just going to be okay with this woman wearing your wife's clothes and eating your wife's jam? It goes for both of them. The way I
Yeah.
just said that I feel bad that I made it seem like it was all her. I mean, should be him,
Yeah. Yeah. So that is basically the quick timeline of everything that's happened. And
Slimy little footballer.
And we're at the point where he is posting with the 22-year-old girlfriend.
How old is
They
he?
have 2 sons. PK's maybe in his 30s.
Okay, so not crazy.
No, I think Shakira's older than him. Yeah, he's 35.
Okay, so not insane. Like,
No.
I thought he was like 50.
He's 35, Shakira's 45.
Oh,
So when they were together, he was, 25 and she was 35. And I think that has a
Interesting.
lot to do with the
Yeah.
I want to stay the girlfriend.
right, because she
comment.
probably saw herself
Younger
as the
guy.
older woman,
Yeah.
and he was younger,
Yep,
wanted to
yep,
keep
yep.
him on his toes.
I also think there's something very sketchy with the tax situation too.
Yeah.
If he fucked her on something, like I don't know.
Or maybe he was like, "Ooh, this is murky. I want to get out of this whole tax problem."
and he retired recently too, so I don't think he is playing anymore. It's sad. I loved them together. He is a very attractive man. She is a very beautiful woman. They made a great couple. They always seemed like a great couple. But yeah, definitely from the last few months, she has hinted to a lot of infidelity, and now we have the situation where the girl that he was cheating with is now
his
the
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
We'll see how that goes.
Won't be good. There's not a lot of nice comments on the post. It's also like when you post it, I give you credit for leaving the comments on, but as you could imagine, it is a majority Shakira fans being like, what the fuck? The post with the girlfriend has 606,000 comments.
Oh my god! At that point, you're not seeing any of them.
600. I don't think I've ever seen that many comments.
That's so many comments.
606,000 comments.
That's so many comments that's almost having no comments. You know what I mean? Like, you're
Yeah.
not reading a single one of those comments because there's far too many to see.
I know, exactly, and a lot of them are in Spanish. So I'm like hitting like C translation, and a lot of it is just the Spanish of who came here to read all the comments. Full circle. But yeah,
I'm sure Shakira is going to be just fine without him.
Yeah,
And I'm sure
crazy.
people won't be paying a lot of attention to him after not being with Shakira.
Somebody commented, someone else's jelly eater.
Just the fact that the strawberry jam is involved.
Yeah. Yep. She was sleuthing. She
knew what she was looking
knew.
for.
Look, he doesn't like strawberry jam. Who's eating the strawberry jam?
Right. He didn't one day decide I like strawberry jam. No.
We have an awesome interview with Josh Duhamel coming up. It's a great time. But first, guys, when you're juggling work, family, and life in general, things can feel chaotic. That's why Coors Light helps you find moments to unwind all year long. Whenever you need to hit reset, reach for a Coors Light. It is made to chill. Coors Light for me is that beer that I reach for on the weekend. A nice Sunday, football's on, and I'm getting ready to just relax, some me time. But it's both, right? It's like when I want that Sunday where I'm just hanging at home and watching, or maybe I want to pop over to the bar and watch with some friends. We're all having Coors Light. There's only one beer out there that's literally made to chill, and that's Coors Light. The mountains on the bottles and cans even turn blue when your beer is cold. That way you always know when it's time to chill. So when it's time to relax, just open a Coors Light. It's mountain cold refreshment made to chill. When it's time to unwind, Coors Light is the beer I reach for. So when you want to hit reset, grab the beer that's made to chill. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks. And always celebrate responsibly from Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
All right, everyone, we are here with a very special guest.
Special guest.
We are here with
You're
a
already
very
tongue-tied.
I
Very
am.
sketchy guest.
We are here with a very special guest. We are joined by the lovely Josh Duhamel, whose new movie Shotgun Wedding comes out January 27th on Amazon. Great cast. Looks like a great movie. We've seen the trailer. It looks like a lot of fun. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Chicks in the Office. This is awesome.
Hey, we are ecstatic. We're so happy to have you here. We know you're a big sports guy, so of course you're doing some other shows, but we're happy you made time to come see us in our little studio and talk to us.
By the way, anybody out there listening, I got the full rundown on how these guys were able to make this happen. Rhea is a college dropout, I found out.
Yeah, but we both are.
People are going to think that people will be like, Rhea just can't stop telling stories about herself to the guests. But he asked. I promise he asked.
That's so it's just as fun for me to ask you guys questions.
Two college dropouts.
I'm tired of talking about my stuff.
Well,
this is a conversation rather than an interview.
Did you finished college?
I
but
did.
Went back.
Okay, so
if your Wikipedia is true,
yes. So I can relate to what you did.
Okay.
I don't know how far along, how close.
I had about a semester and a half left.
Okay, I was 1 credit short.
Okay.
When I left, and I did it intentionally because I wanted to go to dental school, and I needed to up I had a 3.4. I think you needed at least a 3.7 at the time to get in. Now you need basically a 3.4 or a 4.0, but I didn't graduate because I wanted to be able to go back and retake some classes if I need to, because once you graduate, your GPA is locked and that's it. 12, 13 years goes by, and I put all this, I was taking molecular biology and organic chem and all the hardest classes. It was it was really hard. And so I was like, you know what? I put all that fucking time into this. I need to go back and get it, you know?
That's what my mom always says to me. But I was going to school for broadcast journalism.
And you're doing it.
So I'm already doing it. What do I have to go back to school for?
Don't.
I think that my parents knew that college wasn't going to be in the cards for me.
I think you guys are just fine.
I think you're doing just fine as well.
I just did it because I needed to. I needed to for my own
prove it to yourself.
Sanity, I think.
First impression of the Barstool office, you got to walk around there for a second.
So they had me in this. They brought me in. They put me in this little room like they usually do, and I was like, I want to go see like the inner sanctum of Barstool, man. They're like, well, let's go. So I got to walk around and see all the people out there. It is wild.
What'd you think about the people sitting around?
Loved it. all my people, because they're all sports fans.
Yes.
Yep, that is
and
true.
And there's sports swag everywhere. I'm not a big New York fan. Not that I dislike them. I'm much less of a Philly fan, to be honest. Any Philly fan.
She's a huge
You're
Philly
from Philly?
fan.
I'm not from Philly, but I am a massive, huge
Although
Eagles
I
Philly
think
fan.
the Eagles, I do love Jalen Hurts. I think that dude is legit.
As do I.
And they might win the whole damn thing.
I hope so. I hope so.
think you
I know
should-
you're
She
a
doesn't
Viking.
like- she
I
doesn't
know
like
you're a
talking
Vikings
about the
fan.
fact that they
I
might
get
be in the
very
Super Bowl.
nervous. I don't want to jinx anything. I'm one of those. I'm like Silver Linings Playbook, superstitious fan. So.
Well, you guys got a tough one next week. But if anybody can rattle that rookie quarterback, it's the Eagles.
Yeah, exactly. He hasn't played any away games.
Hasn't he?
No, he's played
No.
2 away games.
He hasn't played 7 straight home games.
He's only played 2 away games.
So he's 5 home games and 2 away games.
Yeah.
You know,
and not
when
one in Philly.
3 people
Not one
hang
in
out.
Philly is right.
and
I went to Philly for a game a couple years ago, and I barely left with my life.
You know when 3 people hang out and like one person's always left out? This is what this feels like right now. Like they always say 2's good, like 3's a
Rhea
crowd.
was like, if all else
There's Rhea
fails, you
making
can
it
talk
about her
about
again.
football.
yeah, I was like, we could talk football. I mean, I probably won't add that much to the conversation, but we'll do it.
Are you from New York?
Yes, Long Island.
Okay.
Jets fan, Mets, Islanders.
Okay.
All the great teams.
You guys were close for a minute there. The
Listen,
Well, it's
team-
I
another
just-
heartbreaker
Improving.
for the Vikings.
Yeah. I know. Did you wear purple for me today?
I did not, but I'll say I did.
Are you
yes.
mourning our
Yeah.
yeah.
Why are you a huge Vikings fan?
Well, I'm from North Dakota, so that's
Closest.
typically who people root for there. Or the Packers, but fewer Packer fans there than Vikings fans.
Would
Were you a
put
Carson Wentz guy?
I am a Carson Wentz guy. I still am a Carson Wentz guy.
Okay.
I mean, I think here's what I think. Can I talk about this
Yeah,
for a
of
second?
course. Yeah.
I think
I'll
what-
just leave the room.
No, you stay here because you need to learn this too. What Carson
No.
Wentz.
Hey,
Very important stuff.
I've could talk about this the whole time.
Do any of the listeners out there care about sports?
Yes.
They do? Okay,
yes.
good.
Yes.
Well, Carson is a hometown. He's from Bismarck.
Yeah.
I'm from Minot.
Okay.
He's like the star quarterback that came out of our state. Started great for Philly.
Yep. Got
Should
her.
have won the MVP that year had he not gotten
Yeah.
hurt. You guys won the Super Bowl that year. Foles finished it for him. And then I think got hurt the next year or something, and then Hurts came in. I think Hurts, because he's got such a leadership sort of presence, and Carson's a little bit more shy
Yeah.
and maybe not a locker room guy.
Yeah.
I think he got intimidated by Jalen, played like shit, ended up losing his job to Jalen, gets traded to the Colts, who also had a great season,
Yeah.
fell apart the last 2 games of the season, and they dump him. That was their mistake. The Colts should never have gotten rid of him.
They should have sent him to Washington.
They reacted too quickly. They should have given him another
Still
year.
stinks on Washington.
He doesn't. He didn't. He got hurt.
Josh.
The dude. I'm telling you right now, the dude can play.
No, he can play, but I
dude
think
can
it
play.
is such a mental game, and I think once you start to lose it, it's
Yeah,
very hard.
That's
to get it
my
back.
worry about him. Is if he's lost his confidence,
Yeah.
that might be it. But
Yep.
he's a hell of a quarterback.
Yeah.
What I can add to that conversation is
What do you think about Carson Wentz?
The Eagles won in Minnesota, which is where the Vikings
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
Which
And
is
were
what
there,
now?
Where the Vikings play.
The Super Bowl was in Minnesota.
It was
that
a
Oh,
year.
I
Super
know
Bowl
that.
when
That
Eagles
was the year
won.
thought we were going to go to the Super Bowl. And you
And-
guys kicked. I was at that game, by the way.
The reason I remember that is because we talked to all the fans in Minnesota, and they were all so nice.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, we did a man on the street.
so
we
pissed
did a
that they
man
were-
on the street video in Minnesota, and they it really couldn't have been a more pure example of Minnesota nice.
We were like, "How
they
mad are you?"
We're like, say what do you say to Eagles fans? Like we're trying to get to people, and they're like, oh,
Good luck.
Oh, it was a good game, great season. Go Vikings!
Yeah.
Would you put yourself into that category?
it was nice.
I'm not as nice as everybody there, but they are extreme. That's why I love it. I love
Yeah.
Minnesota. I love North Dakota. The people there are just amazing. Salt of the earth.
Do you get to spend a lot of time in North Dakota still?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a cabin. So I fly into Fargo, which is where my wife is from.
Okay.
I'm from Minot, which is on the other side of the state. But I fly into Fargo, and we have a place there. But we also have our cabin, which is about an hour and a half from Fargo. So
What
I
are
spend
what are
as much-
cabin activities?
Oh my
like
gosh.
fishing,
Having a cabin is sick.
boating.
It is the best.
It's like I don't have a house; I have a cabin.
It is my it's my happy place. It really is, because it started. I bought it sort of in pieces and for not a lot of money at the time, and I was able to sort of buy this little cabin, this little shack in the woods, basically.
Yeah.
No electricity, no water, and it was 26 acres with this little old hunting shack, mouse infested, the whole thing. It was like I didn't even want to sleep there, but I had a cabin.
Yeah.
Then the one next door to that went up for sale, another 26 acres. And that one had
lot of
electricity, no water, but a really nice, well-kept cabin right on the water. So then I had 2 cabins.
Now you have a compound.
You know what I paid for the second one? 26 acres and a cabin on the water, $189,000.
Wow.
You can't get couldn't get a
couldn't-
room this size
no.
for $189 in New York.
You can get a driveway
Yeah.
on the water for.
So then all of a sudden I had 52 acres and 2 cabins, and over the last 15 years I've just been, with my Bobcat, like tractor and skid steer, just moving dirt, popping stumps, clearing property, making it like shaping it basically. Yeah. And it is truly my happy place.
Yeah.
Where are you when you're not there?
LA.
LA?
Yeah.
You like LA?
Yeah.
For work?
My idea about LA is it's not, maybe it's because I haven't made the same kind of commitment to it that I have at my cabin, where I've done the things to make myself happy. But I've got some good friends there. The city's been very good to me, so I never want to take that for granted. I mean, it's where I got my start. But I don't know. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. You've been working for a long time, and this new movie, it has J-Lo, Jennifer Coolidge. Did you know either of them before this movie?
Yes, I knew J-Lo. I met her years before at a New Year's Eve party in Miami. So
it's like a great place to meet J-Lo.
I knew her. We were never big friends or anything, but I knew her well enough so that when we met on a Zoom call when I first got the gig, when I was about to get the gig, and it was like we just fell right back into it. And the main thing for me with her was, I don't want this to feel like I want it to feel like we're just two people who are. You have to trust me and I have to trust you.
Right.
And if we can connect like that on screen, then everything else that happens in the movie people will love. Mm-hmm. But you have to have that connection, and I think that this movie is big. It is heightened. It is over the top at times, but it's also a great little love story at the end of the day. And I think that if you don't believe that part of it, the movie doesn't work.
Yeah. That's what I loved about the trailer for this movie, was that it looks like it's your typical rom-com, and then all of a sudden, boom. Something else happens. So I was like, oh, this took a turn.
Yeah. It is Jason Moore. I just love his sensibility about comedy, because he's not afraid to go there. He does things like, especially in this one, he went, for example, the Pirates are taking over, and one of them tries to run, and I'm a former baseball player, and I have her throw this grenade to me, and I take some piece of art, use it as a bat, and hit the grenade and hit the dude, blows it up. Not only blows him up into 1,000,000 pieces, but sets off this giant fireworks show that was right next to it, and it turns into this. And it's so big and over the top and ridiculous, but I think the way he sort of balanced all of the other stuff with that makes it work. And I like silly, stupid, over the top stuff.
Yeah, and how much of this was like more of an action undertaking? Because it looks like it's a lot of crazy run around and stunts, and you've done action, and this is like an in between.
Yeah.
How many of the stunts are you?
Well, it is a lot of stunts, and I do love. That's part of the reason I got into this business, was because I want to do action stuff. Like you're a little kid who wants to be in westerns, or you want to do like jump off a building. I do what they let me do, what the bonding company or the insurance company lets me do. I'm not trying to be Tom Cruise, but I do love doing the stunts.
You're not going to take a motorbike off
become a pilot.
That's become kind of his thing in a lot of ways.
It is.
And I don't know how the hell he gets insured for that.
That's a great question.
Seriously, because that, he gets
It's
hurt.
not like he does it one time, he does it multiple times. Like multiple
He's
takes.
demanding that.
And I'm guessing he does have a stunt guy he probably does, I don't know, I don't want to get into what he doesn't do, but he gets hurt, the show's over. So they got to make sure that he stays absolutely healthy. So I'm guessing it looks much more dangerous than it actually is.
Now, did J-Lo have a say on if you get the role?
I think so. I think she did. It was important. Again, like I said before, it was important that we had this connection.
Yeah.
And it was really easy to connect with her. She's a sweetheart. I don't know if you ever met her. She's really
We almost met her, and then the lights went out at MSG.
Oh, really?
We went to a show. We went to her concert, 2019. Yeah. And she was playing at the Garden. We had the whole setup. We were gonna go backstage. Like we were so excited. Floor seats, the whole thing. And she got into about 3 songs, and there was a blackout in Manhattan
across the entire city.
And all of the Garden lost power.
Really?
And
so the show, they didn't do the show?
No, the emergency lights went on. They had to evacuate everybody. It was
all
wild.
the street lights here weren't working.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
It
we
kind of was
never
a little
met J-Lo.
freaky. Like
Yeah.
you don't want to walk out on the streets of New York and like there's not a single light. Like that's kind
Are you
of.
guys going to the Taylor Swift concert? Are you Swifties?
She's
Josh,
trying to
another
go.
sensitive
Yeah.
subject.
Yeah,
It's just tickets are hard to get for these things.
My wife found tickets. I tried to do pull strings.
How did she
They were
find them?
they were like, no, we're at the same agency. I couldn't even get in. Nothing.
Oh, I'm screwed.
She is like all about her fans and all about like
Yeah.
making
Yeah.
sure it's fair. So my wife literally sat on the computer for like 9 hours
Yeah.
waiting, and it would
feel
go
her
down
pain.
and come up and go down and come up, and suddenly 3 tickets came up right on the front, right in the front of the stage.
Yeah.
So you're going.
I don't think so. I think she's going to take
I was gonna say because people will
I mean,
find you.
I would
and
go.
Try
I like-
and steal your tickets.
I like
Yeah.
Taylor.
Yeah.
I like her music, but I don't think I'm invited.
Yeah. Are you still honeymoon phase? You know, you're just recently married.
Yes.
How's that been?
It's been good. I mean,
Yeah.
we're she and I get along great. We're very much alike
Well, I
very
feel like you don't
important.
meet a lot of people
from North Dakota.
from North Dakota.
Yeah.
I'm guessing who like we're also spending time in LA.
Yeah, exactly. First of all, there's not that many people from North Dakota.
Yeah.
And to meet somebody like her in LA was kind of perfect because her family also has a cabin about less than an hour from my place. So she gets lake life. You know, it's not for everybody. And she loves it. And she's an amazing girl. Family, all about family.
Yeah.
Which
No,
I
that's
love.
great.
Sounds lovely.
And go ahead.
No, you go.
I was gonna say your son is 9.
9 years old.
How
3rd grader.
it's such a funny age. How many movies of his has he seen? Of yours has he seen?
He doesn't really care, to be honest. He doesn't. I mean,
He doesn't think you're cool?
He thinks it's cool that I do movies, and he loves watching movies, and he's even taken his little drama class at school. I'm not going to push him to it by any
Yeah.
means. Believe me.
Yeah.
He can do it
He
if
could
he
be a
wants
dentist.
to when he's older.
Yeah.
But I think when he's younger, he used to be like, "This is my dad. He's in Transformers."
Yeah, that's
dude,
I mean
you
that's
can't-
Pretty
gotta
cool
be.
as a young
You
kid.
can't introduce me like that.
Yeah.
But when I try to show him a movie, he's like, "You'll watch like 3 minutes of it and want to watch something else." Not impressed.
Even Transformers? That's got to be the one.
Yeah, I think he never really got into it though. No.
That's funny.
You've been working for a long time, like we mentioned. Is there an aspect of Hollywood that you maybe don't love, or do you feed into it? Like, I feel like some people try to separate themselves. Some people are all in on it because there's always different, theories, conspiracies, everything when it comes to just working actors for a long time in Hollywood.
Yes, there are things that I don't like about the business. And for me, what I do love about the business is that I love the process of making stuff. I'm truly not in it because it's the fame.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's not
kind of
really-
what I was asking.
I think if you get into it to be famous, your career is going to be short-lived because you got to really, really work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot more work than people think because it's the hours spent away from home, and just a day is 15, 16 hours sometimes, and you get back up and do it again the next day. So it's a process but I love that part of it. I really do. I love the idea of, like, in Shotgun Wedding, for example, we had such a blast making, taking these scenes that were crazy on the page and trying to figure out how to make it real, yet still maintain that sort of heightened physical comedy type stuff that this movie needed. And so that to me is fun. Like, how do we make this work? And there's a scene in the movie where I first realized this place is being taken over, and I go back, and we had just gotten in a fight, so I go back and break back into the hotel room and be like, this place just got overtaken by a bunch of fucking pirates. We need to get out of here. She's like, what? What are you talking about? And then we go outside, see them come back in. We're like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? And then we had to figure out how to like make this scene with this net and this hairspray and all this crazy stuff not come off super corny, but make it fun and heightened and sort of real, but also a little bit broad in a way.
Right. Still keep like the slapstick.
and just
Right.
have fun with, like, the creative process of things
Yeah,
and being more involved.
And that to me is where I really, really have fun. And I found directing a couple of years ago. I've always wanted to do it, and that to me is even more about what I love about this business is all the aspects of it, from the inception of the idea all the way through the marketing of the movie. You know, it's like you have this idea, you write the script, you find the money, you get somebody to back it, you cast it, you find the right crew, you shoot it, you have art departments and all these different departments that have to be working as a unit. It's like a small company you have to put together to make this one idea, this one vision sort of come to life. And then the editing process I loved. And all this stuff made me, I think, a better actor in some ways, because I now understood how the sausage was made. You know, I know how it's all made. I know what the editor's looking for. I know what the director's now looking for. And that to me is why I love this business, and why I think I've stayed in the game, is you have to bust your ass.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Instead of just getting a script, reading it, showing up, it's
Yeah.
like you're fully
Right.
in the process.
Yeah.
When did you guys film this movie? Shotgun Wedding was 2021 or earlier than that?
2021, I believe.
Yeah.
The
And where
spring of
you guys
2021.
shot
It's about
in?
a year and a half ago.
Where?
Almost 2 years.
Yeah.
We
Where'd you
shot
guys
in the
film?
Dominican Republic.
Okay, that's you're right. That's
Yeah.
what I thought. And how? I mean, were you guys just off? Any off days? And what do you do on off days when you're on a beautiful island?
I mean, and there's another example of what I love about this. You get to go see places that you would never otherwise
Yeah.
see, and not only see them, but see all of it.
Yeah.
So we're on the Dominican, and if you're normally going to go to the Dominican, you're going to go to Punta Cana, you're going to go to the north or south part of it. And so, you know, they have these scout teams who go and find the most beautiful places. Then you go like shoot there and stay there and live there for a certain amount of time. There's so much culture. There's so much, and I like to go into the villages and hang out and see like how the locals live too.
Yeah.
And so it was an amazing. That one is in my top 3 experiences in this business.
Oh, really?
Safe Haven, this, and then the movie, the first Buddy Games, I would say, are my top 3 experiences. They're not always that fun.
We had a list of movies we were gonna ask you to rank. So
Okay.
you just kind of
As
pushed
far-
us into that.
As far as fun,
As far as maybe favorites, or what maybe now when you look back, which ones?
well, I think
Or
my
favorites.
Well,
It's
we
hard.
have 4 rom-coms that you did.
Okay.
Yes.
We're gonna ask you to put them in order.
We're keeping them in rom-com category since we are now
Okay.
coming out with new rom-com.
Okay.
So you have Win a Date with Ted Hamilton, When in Rome, Life as We Know It, and New Year's Eve.
Okay.
Noah
Which
is a
one-
big fan of New Year's Eve.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I would rank.
Mike
I mean,
is
that's
off.
like one of my favorite. I would say like just I love those ensemble casts. You know.
Yeah.
Like Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
New Year's
Gary
Eve, all those
Marshall.
shows.
He directed those. What a sweetheart of a guy he was. I would actually rank that one 4th out of those 4.
That's fair.
I think part of it was I was going through a rough time in my life, and I think that I remember I was really sick too.
Mm-hmm.
I had the worst cold, like the worst hacking. They would never let me on set now. It was way worse than COVID.
yeah.
And poor Sarah Jessica Parker had to kiss me. I'm like, I'm sorry. She's like, whatever. So I had to kiss her with this
yeah.
like I don't even know what the
Whooping
hell
cough.
it was. It was like whooping cough.
Whooping cough is awful.
Yeah.
Anyway, I would say that would be 4. Although I do get that they're fun, all those different sort of
Yeah.
stories sort of
Yeah.
coming together, and then I would go with When in Rome is my 3rd. I liked the movie. I thought it was fun. I loved the cast, but I don't think it was as good as Win a Date. Robert Luketic did an amazing job on that. And
Win a
it was
Date
just
is
such
one
a
of my
sweet, innocent
favorites.
movie. And it was
Yeah.
also my very first movie.
Okay.
So I was really
That's a special one.
very green. I watch it now. I'm like, and then the first one I think would be
Life as We Know It.
Yeah.
So Life as We Know It, Win a Date.
Yeah. I just think the Life as We Know It,
It's such a cute. There's a cute,
That's
very
a
cute
good one.
story.
directed by Greg Berlanti, and it was not just a comedy. Like When in Rome, I think was a straight comedy,
Yeah.
whereas Life as We Know It had some real sort of drama and based on this tragedy that
Yeah.
happens at the opening of the movie.
Life as We Know It can definitely make you cry. When in
Definitely.
Rome,
When in
not
Rome,
as
not so
not
much.
as much, but I do love When in Rome too. But definitely, I loved Life as Tad Hamilton has a special place in my heart too.
Does it?
really
Tell me
does.
why that is. I don't understand.
I don't know.
Is
if
it the
it's-
innocence of the movie?
I think it is, and I think it's like I love a best friend to more
Yeah.
story.
Right.
And I think like it's funny because when you watch it as you get older, you have such a different perspective. Like when I first watched it, it was like, oh my God, how could she not pick Tad Hamilton? Like, it's like, you're like, what is happening? And then as I got older, I was like, this is such a sweet story, and I love Topher Grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a it
We
was
talked
a fun
about that
movie.
one with Topher Grace.
Yeah, we
and
did.
He was just like, why that movie? He's had the same reaction. He was like, why that movie?
Yeah, I know. I brought that movie up to him, and he was like, of all the movies,
Yeah, he's like, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's one that rings a bell
I was
for
like,
you.
yeah.
It's
Now-
so funny. It didn't do anything in the theaters, and then it's just had this life afterwards.
Yeah. This may be inappropriate,
Some
but
of
I
them get
saw an interviewer ask Margot Robbie this recently, talking about like the best like on-screen kiss that she's had. She's all these like,
Oh, yeah.
Brad
you
Pitt,
know,
didn't she just kiss Brad
yeah,
Pitt?
she,
like,
she
yeah.
like just wanted
planted
to
one on
kiss
him?
Brad Pitt, and they
I mean,
asked her
don't
like,
we all though?
Yeah, she actually said, right,
he's look. I keep
Yeah,
saying he is just aging beautifully.
Yeah.
He really is.
But she said something irons.
Yeah, she said
Jeremy Irons?
I don't know if it was
No.
If it was, I don't think it was Jeremy Irons. I think it was somebody else.
it was somebody else, but
That was the best on-screen kiss.
yeah,
this year?
yeah,
like,
like on-screen kiss.
So I'm wondering for you, is there somebody who's played opposite of you that maybe not best on-screen kiss, but you think you had the best chemistry with?
Without throwing anybody else, because I've had a lot of great. I mean,
Yeah.
I love all the girls I've worked. I've never had an issue with, except for one, and I won't mention. Yeah. But everybody else I've loved. But there's something about Alicia Cuthbert, and I don't know if you've seen Bandit yet, but that's probably my favorite movie I've ever done. Just came out this last year. She's just so dope. She's super cool. She's super chill, funny,
yeah,
down for whatever.
Is she a girl next door?
Yes.
Love that
Yeah,
movie.
and she's a really good actress. But again, they're all.
Yeah.
I mean, I just saw Kate Bosworth the other day. I did Justin Long's podcast.
we love Justin.
Justin
here.
Long.
She popped in there. I was like, Kate, what the
Yeah.
hell? And then I realized they were dating.
Yeah. It's like, what are you doing in Justin's house?
Justin's been on a couple times. He's
yeah,
so much fun.
he's so fun. We've had him in here a few
He's
times.
so good. Katie Heigl gets a bad rap, but she's awesome.
I was going to ask you about that, but I didn't want to bring it up just in case.
She's
but
great.
I was wondering that because I feel like people always say that she gets a bad rap, but then when you hear the people who actually have worked with her, like on screen, they're like, this is just coming from just, I guess, one bad experience.
Yeah, it's
Or Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, it can. She probably said some things that she wishes she could have taken back. But my experience and my on and off screen with her was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a time where you maybe acted out and you think, oh man, I wish I didn't act that way?
Oh, like every
Who
day.
doesn't? Yeah.
No, just like on set of a movie and like.
When I was younger, I think I was so insecure and wanted so badly to be good and felt like I was just like fooling everybody and like I didn't belong here. I think that there was an insecurity that came with that.
Like imposter syndrome.
Yeah, I really felt like that. It wasn't until the last few years that I felt like I belong. I belong here now.
Yeah.
I always felt like I was telling my in-laws the other day about my first experience on all my children back in the day, and I walked on set and all I could think about was, oh my God, I'm on TV and everybody back home is watching this right now. Everybody knows that I'm not an actor. What the fuck am I doing? And I just felt like I was faking it for so long, and I think because of that I had some moments that I got upset, mostly at myself, but behavior that I wish I hadn't. I wish I was more together, but I was young. And,
Yeah. I mean, I feel like everybody has
Yeah,
that moment, and everyone talks about, you could be so amazing to so many people, and the one time you have a bad day, that's the story that gets
that's
retold.
what labels you, And I
Yeah.
think that's probably what happened to Katie is that, she had a couple bad moments, and that's what everybody wants to that's her label now. And it's not really fair, I don't think.
You know who's having a massive moment right now is Jennifer Coolidge.
Yes.
Everybody loves her. She plays your mom
Yes.
in this movie, which is
would've-
incredible.
Wait, do you remember when I had that moment where I was like, I saw that she was playing your mom in this movie. This was a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a second. You were like, Jennifer Coolidge is Josh Duhamel's mom?
Yeah.
Like in real life? I was
She's
like,
not that
what?
old, and he's pretty old.
I was like, how does that make any
Well,
sense?
she had me when she was 9. She had me when she was 9. Very promiscuous as a young woman, apparently.
Yes.
Oh my God. But I mean, how she had to have been a riot.
It's amazing. I love her. I love this cast. I love Cheech.
Lenny
I love
Kravitz.
Desmond. I love Callie Hernandez. I love Darcy.
When I saw
love
Lenny
J-Lo.
Kravitz, I was like,
Kravitz is the nicest dude.
Kravitz might be the biggest
I was-
person that I would think I would actually be so
I
starstruck
was
to see in real
me
life.
too. That's what because I knew Jen before, so
Yeah.
it wasn't as big of a deal to me. But even though she's a huge mega superstar,
Yes.
Lenny is a rock star.
Yeah, exactly.
And I thought, oh God, this guy's gonna be tough. He's not gonna want to talk to me right away, right off the bat. Hey man, he'd come up to you, want to talk? How you doing? An amazing dude.
Is he one of the
And
coolest
really,
guys
really sweet.
that you've ever met?
I mean, just Lenny himself is one of the coolest cats there is, I think.
Yeah, that's incredible. Like you said, it's an amazing cast, and we're excited for everyone to see it January 27th, which is basically, I believe, when this airs. It'll be out on Amazon, so everybody can watch, enjoy, talk about it, go watch it with some friends.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies. I feel like a good like girls' night.
Yeah.
At your friend's apartment.
We're always looking
like
for
that.
some good rom-coms.
Always. I'm always looking for something good. They just, sometimes you need the staples. Like to see J-Lo doing a rom-com, you're like, yes, I want that in my life.
Because there's been a lot of misses lately.
Ashton Kutcher and Reese Witherspoon have one coming out in like a couple, I think next month too. And people are like, yes, let's get the players. That's what Josh Duhamel. Let's get J-Lo.
Which now that you just said Ashton Kutcher, we have to bring it up.
Oh God.
Well,
I know where this is going.
the international modeling competition.
Yeah.
So
IMTA.
Ashton Kutcher is coming on this show
Is he?
soon. You have a message for him after beating him in that competition?
I can't say it on
You
here.
could say whatever you want.
No, honestly, I've seen him several times. We have so much fun because we were just so. I mean, listen, that was. I don't know if you've ever seen any video or photos from that.
No, but I'm interested.
It is embarrassing. Some of the shit that I wore, and he was cool. He was way more cool than I was. I was like this kid fresh out of North Dakota.
But you won.
I won.
You beat him.
I beat Ashton. But the crazy thing is that Ashton went on like immediately after that, and like I like to say that I kicked your ass in that, but he really kicked my ass because right after that he got the Calvin Klein campaign, he got that 70s show and whatever else. He was just like, pff, and I for 4 years didn't do anything. I was like, but I won. But I won the pageant.
They felt bad for him. They were like, runner up. We got to throw him a bone.
Yeah, I wish I could talk some shit, but he it's all about performance, and he kicked my ass.
That's funny.
Well, you guys have both done incredibly well,
Yes.
and some great.
What an honor, you guys both chicks in the
exactly,
office.
exactly. Some great movies back, and you get to sit in our little studio with us, and we're super grateful for you to come in here and talk to us.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Happy
And
to
like
be
I
here,
said,
girls.
everybody,
Thank you so much.
check out Shotgun Wedding. It's great. You're gonna love it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye, chicks in the office.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed our interview with Joshy. That was a lot of fun. We love you guys. We'll talk to you on Monday.